What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 11 Chapter 351, The Ulterior Motives for Automatic Subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 351. Now that things have happened, what kind of problems can Uchiha Madara worry about? As long as it comes, there will always be a result, no matter what. If Uchiha Madara is in a hurry at this time, he will definitely not be able to think of a better way for the whole thing. He can only let others see his jokes in secret. For such a thing, he will never let anyone succeed. In fact, Uchiha Madara knew very well about this matter. If no one framed him secretly, he would not have made such a mistake. After so many years of dealing with shield people, Uchiha Madara knows that they are really damn it. If people like them don't easily attack others, they will definitely feel very uncomfortable. Uchiha Madara really understands this very well. If the people of shield didn't have any conspiracies behind the scenes, Uchiha Madara wouldn't have been easily fooled, although this time it was really a bit of a disadvantage for Uchiha Madara. But he will never make the same mistake again, and he will never give others any chance. Uchiha Madara really believes in his own ability. Although this time he really missed a bit, but he wouldn't give up like this. She really didn't think that Fury was really a bit superior. Otherwise, he would not have fallen to the point where he is today, and there is really no way to explain to his superiors. Everyone can't explain this matter, but everyone will try their best to find a way to repair this aircraft carrier. This aircraft carrier is really very important to Uchiha Madara. He is not only concerned with his own face, but also with the safety of the entire mission. Looking at this time, Uchiha Madara really lost his face. He didn't think that things would be calculated by others. At least this time, it was really a loss of face for him. Advertisement. Uchiha Madara usually has a delicate heart and has never suffered such a loss. This time Uchiha Madara is really unwilling. Now that the matter has happened, it is useless to regret it. It seems that people like Fury have planned it long ago, otherwise it would be impossible to do this smoothly. It seems that S.H.I.E.L.D. used Agent Patton very well, and he played a decisive role. Otherwise, the mission would not have been completed like this. Since Uchiha Madara experienced this mistake, he will definitely have a long memory and will never make the same mistake again. It seems that this matter is really urgent, and Uchiha Madara cannot be hesitant anymore, he said to Tony. How sure are you about this matter? Otherwise, the safety of the few of us really doesn't know when it will be safe, and now you also feel that the aircraft carrier has been sinking. Now I have been looking for this system in the control room. I don't know where the problem is. I have searched many places, but I have never found the problem. I am very clear about the difficulties in front of me. 5. Could it be that there is no way for a character like Tony to do anything about this aircraft carrier? Now Uchiha Madara really doesn't know what to do if the carrier is sinking. Several of them will definitely be life-threatening. Although the selected women don't know where they're going, they definitely haven't left the aircraft carrier for the time being. It seems that their lives will also be in danger. As for this matter, it seems that they have already prepared, and it is impossible to wait here to die. Uchiha Madara really can't ignore their thoughts. Uchiha Madara also saw it just now. Those drones didn't know if they were here to save them, and Uchiha Madara didn't know that either. Now Uchiha Madara is going to be calm all the time. If there is a typhoon, they don't know where it will go. What will happen in the future, which no one can predict, really makes Uchiha Madara very worried. Advertisement. At this time, Uchiha Madara was always looking for the shadow of the Hulk, but never found him. It seems that he was prepared, otherwise he would not have disappeared suddenly. Uchiha Madara had seen him dangling in the control room before, and suddenly he disappeared from the world. How could there be such a coincidence? This makes Uchiha Madara really very suspicious. It seems that he is really a bit guilty of a thief. Otherwise, why would he suddenly not know where he is going? At this time, Uchiha Madara has been watching Tony, as if he has never left the control room. I don't know if he is aware of this Hulk, and said to him. Did you see the figure of the Hulk just now? I think this matter has a direct relationship with him. Otherwise he wouldn't be able to suddenly disappear in front of me like him. I think it's really very suspicious. Backquote. I seem to have a little impression of this person, but I don't know who he is, and I don't know much about his identity, but I have never seen this person's figure. Why do you have doubts about him? I feel that he is a bit elusive. Otherwise, Uchiha Madara would not think that he is a very good person. Why did he suddenly disappear? This matter makes Uchiha Madara feel more and more strange. It seems that everyone doesn't pay special attention to this person. Otherwise Tony seems to have nothing in his life for this person. It seems that this person really came to this aircraft carrier suddenly. Otherwise, how can he disappear when he disappears? Chin. Now Uchiha Madara is very clear about this Hulk, so he can identify his identity, and Ju Kong was sent by this Li Qian's shield. Otherwise, there is really no need for him to disappear here so quickly. It seems that he still understands this matter very well, and he is worried that if someone recognizes it, the matter will be completely exposed. This sentence is really not good for him at all. It seems that he must be hiding in some corner, and everyone has no time to find him now. Because the aircraft carrier is really very anxious now, he said to Tony. It seems that the few of us really don't have any more time for him. The most urgent thing for us now is to maintain the aircraft carrier system, otherwise none of us will escape this disaster. There is no need for you to worry about this matter. No matter what, I will do my best to maintain the system of this aircraft carrier, and I will never let you lose face in front of your superiors. Chapter 352. There is no escape, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 352. For this matter, Uchiha Madara has nothing to hesitate, he knows very well that everything the Hulk does is inevitable. Otherwise, the aircraft carrier would not have become what it is today, and he also has a certain responsibility for this matter. Now Tony can't wait to catch this Hulk immediately, and really wants to smash him into pieces. In fact, everything here was done by him alone. Uchiha Madara really regretted before. Why was he so careless about this person? Otherwise, he would not have the slightest chance to destroy the aircraft carrier into what it is today. Now this matter is really a heavy responsibility for Uchiha Madara, and he really has no way to explain it. In fact, he also wanted to find an opportunity that did not make up for it. I wonder if Tony has such a certainty that he can make this thing flawlessly. Now that the matter has happened in front of Uchiha Madara, there is no need for him to regret it. It is better to think about how to solve it in the next step. This matter really can't wait any longer. If the 580 continues like this, the aircraft carrier will definitely continue to sink. Now Uchiha Madara can see this very clearly, and he is also very confused. He doesn't know who he can count on now to help him solve the problem in front of him. Because he knew very well that this matter was really a very important task for him, he didn't expect him to complete the task like this, and there was really no way to explain it to his superiors. As for this matter, Uchiha Madara has an inescapable responsibility. He really did not properly investigate the personnel on the aircraft carrier before, otherwise, it would be impossible for them to take advantage of it. At this time, Uchiha Madara was also very uncomfortable when she saw Fury's schadenfreude like that, and this time it seemed to them that it was a big advantage. But Uchiha Madara will definitely investigate this matter, and will never give them any chance to take such a big advantage. Advertisement. It seems that this matter has not yet reached its final conclusion. I wonder who will have the last laugh, said to Fury. You really don't need to be so gloating now. It seems that we have failed. The final outcome has not yet been reached. Whoever wins will win, and there is no real result. You don't need to succeed like this. You are a person who doesn't cry without seeing the coffin. Now that it has developed to such a point, what capital do you have to compete with me here? Don't you think that I am the winner? You have to say such arrogance? Big? At this time, when Uchiha Madara heard Fury say such words, he felt that he was really very scary and too sinister. It seems that the people of S.H.I.E.L.D. have really planned this matter, otherwise it would not have been possible for this matter to go so smoothly. It seems that Uchiha Madara is really taking it lightly, otherwise it is impossible to make this thing out of control. Some things Uchiha Madara thinks really can't be that simple. Who wins and who wins? It's not until the end. He doesn't need to make himself look so horrible. At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that it was absolutely impossible to lose face in front of Fury, otherwise there was really no way to compete with him like this. Now that this matter has reached such an inexorable level, Uchiha Madara must think of a way to make up for the loss, and must not let Fury laugh. Now Uchiha Madara thinks about the cause and effect of the whole thing. He must be negligent in this matter, otherwise such a thing cannot happen. Over the years, Uchiha Madara has accepted many assignments, and he has never made such a mistake. This time is the biggest insult to him. AFBB, he really did not expect to face such a big somersault in front of Fury. For him, it was simply an act of incompetence. Now there is really no need to compete with people like Fury like this. It seems that we should think about how to make up for the aircraft carrier. If this matter spreads to himself and hurts his ears, he really doesn't know what kind of punishment he will receive, which Uchiha Madara must be very clear about. Advertisement. After all, this matter is of great importance. He really has no way to explain it to his superiors by making this matter what it is today. Since then, for so many years in this kind of work, he has never made such a low-level mistake. I don't know how such a mistake could have occurred. For him, it is really a bit speechless. They simply let people like Fury take advantage of the loopholes. These people are simply taking advantage of others' danger, otherwise, they really have no chance to destroy this aircraft carrier into what it is today. As for why this matter has developed to the point where it is today, Uchiha Madara still has to reflect on the process of doing things, said to Tony. This matter has developed to this point, I have to take full responsibility, you must help me with this matter, otherwise I really have no way to explain to our superiors, it is really a bit too much. Incompetent performance. 35. I know very well in my heart that you are more anxious about this matter than anyone else. After all, this mission is really very important to us, and you did not expect such a situation to happen. It is useless for you to be anxious now. Why don't we think about how to deal with these people in Fury? Now Uchiha Madara thinks that the most important thing is to be able to get in touch with his superiors, otherwise he will not be able to solve the problem at hand. I don't think this matter can be made public, otherwise people like Fury will definitely see his jokes and feel that he is really incompetent. Although this time Uchiha Madara felt that it was really a bit of a last resort to make such an appearance in front of Fury. For so many years, Uchiha Madara has never suffered such humiliation, it is really no face for him. If he could carefully check the aircraft carrier before departure, it would be impossible for such a situation to suddenly occur. Thinking of this, he felt very guilty and said to Tony again. You know me well. It is impossible for such a mistake to occur. It seems that these things were really calculated by people like Fury. Otherwise, how could I make such a low-level mistake? Yeah. You are usually very serious when you perform your tasks, and there has never been such a mistake. I am also very puzzled in my heart. It seems that you were really deceived by Fury. It seems that this matter Uchiha Madara still has a long-term plan, there is no need to be distracted here because of this matter. Chapter 353. An error occurred, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 353. Something went wrong. In fact, Uchiha Madara's superiors really trust him very much in this matter, otherwise it would be impossible to hand over such an important matter to him. I think he is really very capable, and he is really very experienced in doing these things for so many years, so this matter is the best candidate for him. It seems that this matter can only be figured out if the Hulk finds the matter, otherwise he really doesn't know if it is Fury who is behind the scenes, plotting against him. Uchiha Madara can't be the people like Fury, and now there are Hulk people mixed in here? It seems that these people are really engaged in a lot of conspiracy in the quilt, just to let Uchiha Madara get into their trap. Before the incident, Uchiha Madara felt that this matter was done very secretly, and it was impossible for such a sudden situation to occur. Uchiha Madara also felt very suspicious about this matter, and did not know which link had a problem. Could it be that he was negligent in this matter? Otherwise, it would be impossible to make this aircraft carrier what it is today. Now he really regrets that he was really too careless, and let those people have the opportunity to plot against him behind his back. Now Uchiha Madara has not fully figured out this matter. I don't know if this matter is directly related to the Hulk. If not, why did he suddenly disappear in front of him? This makes Uchiha Madara feel that his suspicion is the biggest, because his people suddenly disappeared without a trace. He had to make Uchiha Madara suspicious of him. People like him have been sneaking in front of Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara really ignored him, thinking that a small person like him could do such a earth-shattering thing. Really underestimated him. It seems that this person is really omnipresent, that is, he took advantage of Uchiha Madara's loophole and used Uchiha Madara's kind heart to play a certain role by his side. Before Tony asked him to pay more attention to this Hulk, he felt that his situation was really suspicious, but Uchiha Madara really ignored him. Advertisement. Do you think he can make waves and make waves? He can be a little underestimated based on his ability alone, he said to Tony. Why do you think I am so careless? I didn't hold back what you said to me at all. How much effect do I think he can play alone? I really didn't take him seriously, and I didn't think that it was because of him that he became what he is today. You are always like this, and you are not wary of anyone, so people like him suddenly appear in front of you. You really have to be careful. It seems that this incident happened for a reason. It is not as simple as Uchiha Madara imagined. This Hulk seems to be a bit supernatural, not as useless as Uchiha Madara imagined. Uchiha Madara is no longer wary of anyone, otherwise he would not suffer such a loss, so Tony thinks that he is really wise, and he will definitely learn a lesson through this incident, will never make the same mistake again. But this mistake really cost him a lot, and he may be punished very seriously at home, which Tony is very worried about for him. Now Tony wants to help Uchiha Madara solve this problem, but he doesn't know if he has the ability to maintain the aircraft carrier system. After all, his ability is limited by himself. This aircraft carrier system is really very complicated. He has been looking for various connection points on the system in this project, but the damage they have destroyed is really too serious. It seems that these people really deliberately destroyed the aircraft carrier into such a serious state, that is, Uchiha Madara had no chance to complete this matter. I really did not expect that this time Uchiha Madara would really be a big deal. Tony also doesn't want this to happen to Uchiha Madara. It's really unfair to him. He has been engaged in such a difficult task for so many years, and such a low-level mistake has never happened to him. If this matter is known by the superiors, it would be really unfair for him to bury his achievements for so many years. Since everyone is in the same industry, there is no need to watch his jokes, and we must help him through this difficult time, he told Uchiha Madara. 0. For flowers. Advertisement. You don't have any ideological pressure on this matter. I will do my best to help you solve this matter, and I will definitely do my best. You can trust my character, and you will never see your jokes. I trust you very much as a person. I know that you sincerely want to help me solve this problem, and you don't want me to lose face in front of my superiors. Regardless of whether it is successful or not, I will sincerely thank you. At this moment, Uchiha Madara really admired Tony, and felt that being able to say such words at a critical time really gave him an indescribable feeling. It seems that only adversity can tell the truth. If such a thing did not happen, Uchiha Madara would not know that Tony would help him like this. 0. Only Tony stood there and fought alongside him, speaking to Tony again. Sometimes I really play tricks with people like Fury, otherwise I will always be calculated by them, because Uchiha Madara really has a very sense of justice and will never play such a black hand in his back. No matter what happened this time, Uchiha Madara will keep it in his heart and will definitely repay him in the future. Although they have become good friends who can talk about everything, this incident really moved Uchiha Madara very psychologically, and felt that Tony was really too friendly. I wonder how many people watch Uchiha Madara's jokes behind his back. Is it possible to solve the problem by being afraid? Uchiha Madara is definitely not a timid person. Sometimes he avoids it, but it is not because of cowardice that he feels that there is no need to compete with people like Fury. She really didn't expect that Tony would give help at a critical time, which made her really a little sigh. If you encounter something, think of a solution. There's no need to worry here and it won't work. It can only make us not have a better mood to deal with this matter. I was really touched at this moment. You will always be my strong backing. With you by my side, I think this matter will definitely succeed. No matter what, God will help us. 35. Chapter 354. It's urgent for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 354. It's urgent. Uchiha Madara didn't think that this incident really made him miss, and he didn't have any face to face his superiors, but now he can only find a way to make up for it. After all, this matter is really shameless for him. He has never made such a low-level mistake in so many years, and he doesn't know where the problem happened this time. Otherwise, it would not be calculated by others like this, and all things are not within the scope of Uchiha Madara's thoughts. He didn't expect it to exceed his imagination, and now he really hates this Hulk. I feel that he is really a damned person, and if he hadn't interfered with it, it would be impossible to develop this matter to the point of being out of control. Some things are really a little confusing, and now Uchiha Madara is a little dizzy in 580. Because this thing happened a little too suddenly, he didn't even have a clear idea. He appeared in front of him, these people were simply too damn it, and they even plotted against him behind his back. This time it was all because Uchiha Madara took it lightly, otherwise they really wouldn't have had a chance to take advantage of this. Now, as for this matter, Uchiha Madara is too late to cry. He really has no way to make up for it. For him, this mistake really has to lose his face. As for this matter, Uchiha Madara doesn't bother at all, and he doesn't know how much it will make up for it. Otherwise, he really had no way to explain it to his superiors. Everything happened by accident, and it really caught him off guard. At this time, Tony saw Uchiha Madara sitting there without saying a word, knowing that he was really more anxious than anyone to get angry, and said to him, "You can't solve any problems by sitting here worrying now. It seems that you can only find a way to make up for it. Otherwise, there must be no way to explain this matter. You should think about which link has a problem, otherwise it will be such a situation cannot occur." Advertisement, I checked very carefully before departure. I don't know where there is a problem. Such a thing has never happened. I don't know where they got the news that we are on this aircraft carrier. At this time, Uchiha Madara thought that his own affairs had been exposed, otherwise they would not have such an opportunity. Saying these things now is really a bit useless. It is better to find a way to solve what is happening in front of you as soon as possible. Otherwise, the aircraft carrier does not know how long it will stay on the water at this time, and can feel it sinking a little bit. The consequences of this incident were really unimaginable, and Uchiha Madara really didn't dare to think about it. As for who did it, he is very clear now, but he has not found any evidence, and he is not willing to do anything with anyone. Knowing that these people in S.H.I.E.L.D. are really very damn it, they will definitely take this opportunity to clean up him. Could these people really escape without a trace? Uchiha Madara felt that this incident was really very strange. It had already happened, and it felt like they really disappeared from the aircraft carrier. It seems that they have already prepared for this matter, otherwise why would it suddenly disappear without a trace? This matter makes Uchiha Madara feel really inexplicable. Could it be that someone was behind them to support them? Otherwise, they wouldn't have escaped so quickly. I really didn't expect that these people's methods were really too clever, which made Uchiha Madara feel a little out of control. It seems that Agent Patton of S.H.I.E.L.D. played a decisive role. Without him, this matter could not have developed so smoothly. He must be very clear about the system on the aircraft carrier, otherwise he would not be able to completely destroy the aircraft carrier system in the shortest time. After all, any system on this aircraft carrier is very experienced, and it is definitely not something that ordinary people can do. It seems that they really invited experts to come here. They were able to completely destroy the entire system on the aircraft carrier in the shortest possible time, which is simply to let the aircraft carrier lose control. I really didn't expect that these people are really too clever, leaving Uchiha Madara with no chance of defense. Advertisement otherwise, they won't be allowed to do it so easily. Uchiha Madara really doesn't know where his problem is. Because before she set off, she carefully looked at all the systems, and it was impossible for any situation to occur. It seemed that this matter was really destroyed by someone. If this Agent Patton didn't have the help of the Hulk, he couldn't have done this, and the speed would definitely be discovered by him. Now that I think about it, there is really collusion between them. It seems that this matter Uchiha Madara is really feeling a little unpredictable, and suddenly this matter is really a bit urgent for him. This incident made him feel particularly shameless. How could such a situation suddenly occur? He had never taken such measures for so many years, otherwise he would not have given them such a chance. As for what kind of situation this matter will be dealt with, Uchiha Madara has no way to predict, and can only sit here and wait. Because only Tony can help with this matter, and no one can help. After all, Uchiha Madara and Tony have been in the company for many years. No matter from which point of view, Tony will definitely help him solve this matter wholeheartedly and tell him, "Don't worry, I will definitely figure out this matter, and it is impossible to shirk all the responsibilities on you. I also have a certain responsibility." 1.1. How can I get you involved in the wrong things I did alone? I feel very comforted that you can help me now. How could it be possible that this matter has dragged you down 35 feet? At this time, Uchiha Madara thought that doing things alone would never involve Tony in any way. In that case, I feel that I am really a bit unrighteous. After all, when encountering such a thing, Tony will really help him, and it is impossible for him to involve him in this matter. Uchiha Madara felt that he would never do such a thing. It would be really disloyal to do that. Since there are difficulties, let him take it on himself. There is no need for Tony to take it with him. From this matter, Uchiha Madara can feel that Tony is really very loyal, at least he won't watch his jokes. Chapter 355 Unable to Communicate, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 355 Unable to Communicate. It seems that Uchiha Madara must think about this matter from a long-term perspective, and will never shirk this matter on Tony. No matter what, he absolutely cannot do such a thing. Now that the matter has happened, it is necessary to find a solution. There is no need to complain about each other here. No matter what kind of predicament he encounters, Uchiha Madara believes that he can survive. People who have experienced great storms and waves for so many years will definitely not be confused by this little thing. As long as everyone works together, they will definitely get through this difficult time. So there is no need for Uchiha Madara to worry about this matter. At least Tony is by his side to help him. He can also get a little comfort in his heart. In fact, Tony in this area has already noticed it. He has always mentioned this person to Uchiha Madara, and he has never taken it seriously. I feel that he is really a sneaky person, unlike a good person. O5 has no direct relationship with him without thinking about this matter, and he suddenly disappeared without a trace after the incident happened. Otherwise, Tony wouldn't pay such attention to him. For a person like him, Tony can see it at a glance, because his eyes are different from normal people. When looking at people, he is always so secretly afraid to look in the eyes of the other party, so Uchiha Madara has always thought that this person is really very suspicious. But I have told Uchiha Madara many times that he has never cared about this person at all. How much does he think a humble person like him can make a difference? Really didn't take him seriously. I didn't expect that tonight he colluded with the people from S.H.I.E.L.D. to make this matter what it is today. It seems that Uchiha Madara still found a way to leave the aircraft carrier, otherwise he would have to wait here to die. Because he can feel that the aircraft carrier seems to be sinking more and more. If he does not leave here, he will definitely encounter danger. It seems that this matter has to find someone to help, otherwise, they will definitely not be able to leave this aircraft carrier with the ability of a few of them. Now Uchiha Madara can feel that these people seem to have escaped, and it seems that they feel that things are really bad. Advertisement: if they do not escape, Uchiha Madara will never be polite to them, and will definitely clean up them completely. Uchiha Madara really couldn't swallow this kind of anger, so he had to find a way to catch them all. Now Uchiha Madara doesn't know where Banner has gone, and has never contacted him. If he helps in this matter, he can leave the aircraft carrier smoothly. Otherwise, I don't know how long this matter can be dragged on here. I should discuss this matter with Tony and tell him. Look if you have any way to get in touch with Banner, so that we can have a chance to leave here safely. We have now interrupted the signal with the outside world, and we don't know when we can get in touch. Don't worry, leave this matter to me. I have been in contact with them all the time, but there is no contact. It seems that the signal has really been interrupted. Because the radar facilities of the entire aircraft carrier were dismantled by Agent Patton, otherwise they would not be able to intervene in any signals, and now they have no way of contacting their superiors. It seems that this time Agent Patton has done too much, and did not give them a chance to maneuver. Now things are really much worse than they thought. It seems that all indications should be directed to Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D., who is really insidious enough to do things a little too far. It seems that this time he really wanted to kill Uchiha Madara, otherwise he wouldn't have taken things too far. I didn't think that this matter could only depend on Banner. If he could contact him, at least he and Tony could leave here safely. At this time, Tony could also feel that Uchiha Madara was really nervous, knowing that this matter was really bad for him. If he didn't come up with a solution quickly, he didn't know how things would happen, and he was really a little scared to think about it. Now Uchiha Madara has no idea where the aircraft carrier is, because the entire radar signal has no information. Advertisement: now he has no idea where the aircraft carrier is heading, nor does he know the exact location. Therefore, he now feels a little bit like TNTN is not working, and he feels that his head is going to explode at this moment. So Uchiha Madara thinks this matter is really more and more dangerous for him. If he can't connect with the outside world, he is really at a loss. It seems that he really has no clue in his heart. It would be easier if he was alone, and he didn't want to drag Tony down because of this. He said to him, "If anything goes wrong, don't mind me alone, and run away. I know that you are a very good person, and you may be able to escape from death. With your words, I am gratified by what you do. Only in adversity can you see the truth. From this, you can see that you are indeed a friend worth making. No matter what, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart." This time, Uchiha Madara encountered a lot of trouble, and Tony saw it all. Such a thing Tony felt that he really couldn't do such an excessive thing. No matter what, he would not leave Uchiha Madara behind with 580. No matter what the outcome of the matter is, Tony will never do something to be sorry to Uchiha Madara. This matter is really very difficult for me, and it is impossible for him to watch his jokes in front of him. In fact, Tony was very clear about this matter. Uchiha Madara seemed to have no direction at all, and said to him, "No matter when, I will be your strong backing. You are never alone. I will always stand by your side and do my best to help you solve this problem. After all, everyone is tied to the same rope, and no one can escape the grasshopper. If everyone died together, he couldn't escape alone." Tony thought he couldn't do such a thing. Now Uchiha Madara feels that friends like Tony are really rare and should be cherished. At least no one will leave when they encounter difficulties. "I won't leave you alone no matter what. I absolutely can't do this. To do that would be a loss of humanity." Chapter 356: Difficulties for automatic subscription. Advertisement: Chapter 356: Difficulties. Now this matter is really confusing for Uchiha Madara, and he didn't think it was much more difficult than he thought. Although he saved his own life this time, he has already destroyed the aircraft carrier into what it is today. There is really no way to explain to his superiors. Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara's heart is really very self-blame. Over the years, he has gone through many missions, and he has never been as unbearable as today. He really did not expect that Fury from S.H.I.E.L.D. is really too powerful. There is really no way to repair this aircraft carrier to such a bad state. It seems that Uchiha Madara is really negligent in this matter, otherwise they would never have such a chance to destroy the aircraft carrier system. I think that these people are really conspiracy in cities and counties, otherwise they would not be able to make this aircraft carrier into such a bad state in such a short period of time. In fact, Uchiha Madara already knew very well in his heart who did it and who framed him like this behind his back. It seems that these people are really vicious, and they used so many methods to kill Uchiha Madara. In fact, Uchiha Madara knew very well in his heart that he really did not have a grudge against the S.H.I.E.L.D. people for so many years. It seems that some details really happened in the middle, and I don't know who is interfering in it, which caused such a big contradiction between them. Now Uchiha Madara really doesn't know anything about how things are going, and Uchiha Madara didn't think that this time it was really a plot. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten the result he is today, which is really a bit unbearable for him to look back on. Over the years, Uchiha Madara has never been a shooter like he is today. It was really a heavy blow and a blow to the head, and it really woke him up. Advertisement he felt that this incident happened a little too suddenly, and it really caught him off guard. It seemed that they had been preparing for this careful plan for a long time. Otherwise, how could the aircraft carrier system be completely destroyed in the shortest possible time? These things really cannot be done by one person. There must be a lot of people assisting them, otherwise they would not be able to destroy the aircraft carrier system at such a fast speed. It seems that everything is much more complicated than Uchiha Madara imagined. At this time, he has been sorting out his thoughts and said to Tony, "I really did not expect that these people are really too clever, and they have completely deceived us. It seems that this time we really fell into a big somersault in front of him." 55.
Since things have happened, you can't blame yourself now. Why don't we think about what to do next? At least we don't get trapped here, otherwise it is really very dangerous. 5.
Because Tony can feel that Uchiha Madara is really uncomfortable with this mistake.
Because he had never encountered such a thing, it was really a big blow to him.
I don't know if he can survive this time, because his mistakes will cause great losses to his superiors.
Now Tony is really worried for Uchiha Madara about this matter. I don't know if he can withstand such a big blow this time.
I have dealt with him for so many years, and I have never seen him look so downcast as he is today. It seems that this matter is really no trivial matter. Otherwise, it is impossible for him to face such a lot of pressure, and now he really has no way to explain this matter. After all, entrusting this matter to him is the greatest trust in him, and he never thought that he would smash this matter. Now Tony is very clear in his heart that Uchiha Madara really has no face to face his superiors, and feels that he has really lost his face this time. Advertisement being able to feel the emotions of Uchiha Madara at this moment is really very anxious. "I don't know what to do, because this matter is also very difficult for him," once again said to Uchiha Madara.
Since something happened, you don't have to make yourself like this, you still have to figure out how to deal with it. No matter how you have me by your side, no matter what kind of things you encounter, I will do my best. Help you.
Now is the saddest time for me. It's really a great comfort to have a friend like you by my side. It's really touching to me that you can still say something like this. Adversity sees the truth. I think Uchiha Madara is really not necessary to be so polite with him. After all, they're good friends for many years, and Tony will never stand by in such a situation. It would be really unethical to say that, because he knew very well that this incident had a really big impact on Uchiha Madara. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in such a hurry because of this matter. Now everyone is really a grasshopper on the same rope, and no one can escape from this dangerous place. Now he can't figure it out either. Let's see if there are some small ships around the aircraft carrier. If there are, there is still a ray of hope for their lives. No matter what, Li Qian's, he will not drag him down because of this matter. He must find a way to let him leave the aircraft carrier.
So Uchiha Madara has been carefully observing the surrounding environment on the aircraft carrier to see if there are any islands or the like, at least they can temporarily escape the danger.
Although he has lost contact with his superiors, otherwise it is impossible that no one has found their chin until now. Otherwise, it won't float for a long time, and I don't know when the aircraft carrier will fall into the sea. Now Uchiha Madara feels that this matter still needs to be resolved, and he can't sit still like this. He will always come up with a way to get the best of both worlds. It's impossible to have no clues like this. Otherwise, his life is really in danger. Now Uchiha Madara can feel that the aircraft carrier is really falling down little by little, and I don't know how long it can last. Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara felt that all this was really unimaginable. Did he just die like this? He felt that he really shouldn't have such a catastrophe. Now Uchiha Madara is really more anxious than anyone, and wants Tony to follow him in such danger. Chapter 357 Unbelievable, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 357 Unbelievable. Could it be that God really wants to punish them, otherwise why would he suddenly be killed? I feel that God is really a little unfair to him. For so many years, he has never forgiven anyone, and he has been accumulating virtue and doing good deeds. How could God punish him like this? At this moment, Uchiha Madara felt that there is no way out of the sky, and he will definitely find a way. The matter has not developed to the point where it was out of control that night, so let's think of a way. It is impossible for him to fall into danger like this. When might a ship come near them? That way they can be out of the woods right away, and Uchiha Madara has high hopes for it all. I feel that God will not take revenge on him like this, and it will definitely turn a bad thing into a good thing when he encounters something. Uchiha Madara really believes this. If it was him alone, he wouldn't have to think so much. After all, Tony was still by his side, and she didn't want to involve him because of this matter. It was really unfair to him. I really don't know how people in S.H.I.E.L.D. are so well informed about this matter. Because Uchiha Madara feels that this matter is really hidden and impossible to reveal. Could there be a spy among them? Otherwise how could this matter leak out? Uchiha Madara is really skeptical about this matter. Now this matter becomes more and more complicated, and more people feel involved. It seems that Uchiha Madara still has a long-term plan for this matter, and he can't easily trust anyone, and now he has not found any evidence for the people of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was just skeptical and didn't catch any of them at all. It seems that Uchiha Madara is really careless about this matter, otherwise such a thing would not have happened. Uchiha Madara feels that he will never make such a mistake. After all, he has been in the industry for so many years, and he has never made such a mistake. He has been thinking about where his problems are. Or which link has a loophole, allowing others to take advantage of the loophole, and now he really has no idea. Advertisement. Are these people really too cunning? Use Uchiha Madara's kindness to do everything in an instant. Now, AFBB, in Uchiha Madara, I feel that there is no need to worry about these things. Now that things have happened, I want to find a solution.
It didn't do anything, it only made him feel more irritable.
I just saw that the drone flew to nowhere, and it seemed that it was really not flying in his direction. When Uchiha Madara saw the drone just now, there was still a little hope in his heart, and now he has been disappointed again, and said to Tony. Why did this drone suddenly turn around? It didn't fly in our direction. Don't you think this matter is really suspicious? Could it be sent by S.H.I.E.L.D.? It doesn't matter at all. It seems that we have an accident here, and the superiors still don't know it, otherwise it is impossible that no one has come to save us until now, and now we are really in danger. I don't know if it will be smooth this time. Get out of this danger. It seems that this time they are really bad luck. Just look at the good fortune of the two of them. I don't know how long they can last on this aircraft carrier. Now I can feel that this aircraft carrier is really falling down a little bit. If I don't think of a way, I don't know if they can be life-threatening. This time, Uchiha Madara really didn't have a clue in his heart, because it was the first time he had encountered such a thing. It seems that they are really in trouble this time. Really didn't expect Tony to be there to comfort him all the time. In fact, he is more afraid than anyone else. It seems that this disaster will not be able to survive smoothly. Now Uchiha Madara is very angry when he thinks of this Hulk, and can't wait to divide him into 5 horses. How can he do such a thing? Could it be that he really doesn't care about people? How could he help people like Fury to do such a thing? He really only takes into account the little immediate interests in doing things and has no long-term plans at all. His mind is really too simple.
Advertisement. In fact, Uchiha Madara knew very well about this matter. The Hulk was only used by people like Fury.
In front of them can only get a little benefit, just use his greed. Because Uchiha Madara didn't think that the Hulk really had such great ability, he and Agent Patton solved this matter. It seems that Uchiha Madara really underestimated the two of them, and has never paid attention to them, and did not expect that what they did was really beyond Uchiha Madara's expectations. Now that Uchiha Madara regrets it is useless. Why should I know this in the first place? No matter what, Uchiha Madara has to think of a better way to solve this matter, and he will never let Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. see his jokes. Now his situation is really very dangerous. I don't know if he can, but he really has no certainty in this difficult time. At least he has a lot of things that he has not completed. At this time, he felt that Fury was really too damn it, and he was really very angry, and said to him. It seems that everything can only depend on the fortunes of the two of them, and everything will definitely turn around, so Uchiha Madara feels that there is no way out, and it is impossible for God to take him away like this. Do you really want to put me to death? It seems that you think things are too simple. I am not as fragile as you think. I will definitely solve this matter, and I will never let you watch it there. Joke. For what he said to Yamato, Uchiha Madara felt that he was a lunatic, and one day he would die even worse than Uchiha Madara. I want to see how good you are to escape this disaster. You are dying, and you still have the strength to fight against me here. I see how long you can hold on. As for the outcome of this incident, Uchiha Madara has no way of predicting it, so he can only take a step by step. A person like Dammit, God will not treat him kindly. No matter what, Uchiha Madara will get through this difficult time. At the very least, we have to struggle to the end, and we will never let Fury and the others take him as a laughingstock behind their backs. Chapter 358 Overcoming the Difficulties, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 358. At this time, Uchiha Madara hesitated for a moment, and felt that this matter had to be discussed in the long run. It seemed that this matter was much more complicated than he imagined, and it also involved many people. Now the main thing is to get through this difficult time, otherwise he really doesn't know when he will be able to get out of danger. Although he has experienced things like this before, he has never encountered such a dangerous situation like today. Because he knew very well in his heart that he couldn't get in touch with his superiors at all, so the only little hope in his heart had been dashed. Now we can only see if we can meet some small ships at sea, or at least help them transmit signals. Because Uchiha Madara is very clear in his heart, his hope now is really very slim. He didn't know if he could meet the ship, and he also saw that Tony had been busy manipulating his vision. He wondered if he had the ability to completely repair the system. After all, these systems are all high-tech. If it depends on his ability to know when it will be repaired, Uchiha Madara is really worried at this moment, because she doesn't want to see everyone suffer like this. If it wasn't for such a conspiracy behind the scenes of S.H.I.E.L.D. this time, they couldn't have been subjected to such a scheme, and everything was beyond Uchiha Madara's expectations. If he could have thought of it in advance, it would not have been possible for such a thing to happen today. Uchiha Madara really regrets it very much. Why is this matter so negligent? He really didn't expect that Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. would play such a black hand behind his back. It's just too unrighteous. What kind of ability do you think he has in calculating others behind his back? If there is anything, just confront Uchiha Madara openly. There is no need to stab Uchiha Madara in the back. Uchiha Madara has always been a man of integrity. Advertisement. I never thought of guarding against others. I never thought that this time it was really being plotted, and I felt that the people of S.H.I.E.L.D. were really too damn it. To be able to do such a despicable thing. It seems that this time they are really bad luck, and he didn't want Tony to be implicated because of this matter. He said to him. No matter what kind of things you encounter, I don't want you to be in danger. After all, I have been with me for so many years, and I have the right to protect your safety, so you can rest assured. Now things have not developed to such a serious level, you really don't need to worry about me like this. Maybe I will repair the system in the control room. so you must trust my ability. This time, Fury really tried his best to repair the aircraft carrier. Otherwise, they really don't know if they can escape this catastrophe. This incident is really terrifying for them, and he really has no confidence in his heart. When something like this happened all of a sudden, he was really at a loss.
In fact, Tony is very clear about the system of this aircraft carrier. He knows that Agent Patton of S.H.I.E.L.D. has destroyed the aircraft carrier in a disgraceful manner. As for the extent to which it can be maintained, it is really unimaginable.
Tony didn't want to tell Uchiha Madara about some things directly, lest he be more worried about this matter, knowing that he was really sad about this matter in his heart. He had never missed like this before, and it seemed that he really had no way to explain the task this time. At this time, Tony was thinking that no matter how serious things happened, it was impossible to ignore him. If he did, he felt that he was really inhuman. Uchiha Madara has really taken good care of him for so many years. Although the responsibility for this matter is really not Uchiha Madara, but it is true that he made mistakes in the execution of his mission, so this matter has an inescapable responsibility for him. So this matter Uchiha Madara is more anxious than anyone else. This time is really important to him. If the task goes well this time, his position can be promoted to a higher level. It seems that through this incident, his position has really been ruined, and things are really a bit too sudden, and he did not expect it to be so out of control.
Advertisement. At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that Fury had been watching his jokes all the time, and felt that he was really a bit too much, and said to him such a black hand behind his back.
0. For flowers. If there's anything we can fight face to face, there's no need to stab me in the back like this. Don't you think what you're doing is really a bit too despicable? I really didn't expect you to be a shameless villain. It doesn't matter what you say to me now, at least I have achieved what I want in this matter. I don't have time to listen to some nonsense from you here, you better do it yourself. Hearing Fury say such excessive words, Uchiha Madara really couldn't understand him in his heart. This person is simply a lunatic, and he will use such rude means to deal with him when he does things. Can you think about what you should do and what you shouldn't do when you do things? Don't you really need to think about it? You will help them to do things to frame me, don't you really? Do you know who is right? 0 at this time. Does Uchiha Madara think that if he does this, it means he is successful? Now who will have the last laugh? Now Uchiha Madara really still has a little chance. He really won't miss it easily. He must seize it, let this opportunity make up for it. There is no need to waste your time. Seeing the indifferent look of the Hulk, I was really angry and said to him. I really didn't expect this Hulk to be completely used by Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was indiscriminately caught in Fury's scheme.
People like him are really hopeless, and B. What kind of relationship do you do with me? I'm the most important person to carry money. Whoever pays me more, I will do things for whoever, and other things have nothing to do with me.
I feel that at this moment, Fury is really a little too complacent. He is simply a very extreme person. It seems that what he has done is beyond his imagination. There is really no way for a brainless person like him to communicate with him. He is a scumbag in the society. Uchiha Madara really has no need to reason with such a person, and it is not clear to him. Of Chapter 359. Unable to power, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 359. Uchiha Madara still doesn't have a clear idea of these things. It seems that this time it was really calculated by people like Fury, otherwise, it would not be so ugly in front of them. I feel that I am really incompetent this time. Why does this happen? He has no face to face his superiors. It seems that this time he really wants to make up for it, otherwise all the previous credits will be wiped out. After all, this task was entrusted to him, and he had great trust in him. He didn't expect him to screw up this matter completely and make it out of control. In fact, he knows very well that Tony has been busy all the time, and he also understands very well that Tony is really doing his best to help him maintain the system, but after all, his ability is limited, so, 583. Can't put all his hopes on him. Seeing that he was really attentive to this matter, he did not neglect at all. Now only the two of them can fight side by side on the aircraft carrier, and the others are all competing with him. Does Fury think he is the safest at this moment? He is also on this aircraft carrier, and at the same time danger is accompanying him. Does he really have a fluke mentality and can escape this danger? Sometimes Uchiha Madara thinks that since things have already been done, no one should think about it. If everyone will die together, he will never let Fury go easily. If a person like him is in danger, Uchiha Madara must be pulled up, and he will never be allowed to leave here alive, which is really fortunate for him. For someone like him, Uchiha Madara will never give up on him and must pay for what he has done, he told Fury. Do you think you can leave this aircraft carrier smoothly? You have imagined things too simply. If we all die together, I won't let you go easily. Advertisement, I have already figured out my escape route, don't worry. I must have a way to leave this aircraft carrier. I have already prepared for this matter, otherwise, how could I have made myself so miserable? It seems that this matter is really prepared in advance, otherwise he would not be able to gloat over the misfortune like this at this moment. Uchiha Madara will never let it go so easily. Uchiha Madara really didn't take any precautions for what happened before, otherwise he wouldn't have made him what he is today, but this revenge Uchiha Madara must be avenged, otherwise he won't be able to swallow this sigh in his heart. Then let's see who is more capable, and see who can get out of this aircraft carrier alive in the end. Now Uchiha Madara can feel that Fury really looks down on him in his heart. He feels that Uchiha Madara is dying and is still holding on.
Did he never leave the aircraft carrier just to see how miserable Uchiha Madara was in the end? He counted Uchiha Madara as he is today, doesn't he have nothing of his own?
Do you think he did all this? Although for Fury, he successfully completed the task this time, but the feud with Uchiha Madara has been forged, and Uchiha Madara will never let him go easily. It seems that if Uchiha Madara had stopped this matter in advance, the result would not have happened today. It seems that he got the news one step later. Otherwise, Fury and the others wouldn't have the opportunity to make Uchiha Madara so miserable today. I really didn't expect Fury and the others to be so vicious that they would use this method to deal with Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara felt that since this happened to him, he had no need to worry and said to Fury, "I know you've always wanted to see my jokes, and you've always wanted to be condescending in front of me for so many years. If you don't praise me, you'll never have such a chance. It seems that you really regard me as your bet is up. If I don't make you like this, where will I get the chance? So don't blame me for this matter. I am forced to treat you like this, which is also within the scope of my responsibility. Had to do it."
Advertisement. At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that Fury was really unnecessary, and he was looking for some excuses for his main affairs. Should he still cover up his fault? Uchiha Madara thinks that there is really no need for this.
It seems that Uchiha Madara didn't want to embarrass Fury like this, but he really went too far in this matter, which made Uchiha Madara really unbearable. This incident hit Uchiha Madara too hard. No matter where he went, Uchiha Madara felt particularly shameless. This mistake was a failure of his whole person. Now that this matter has developed to such a serious level, Uchiha Madara has no way to make up for it, and can only take a step by step. I feel that there is no need for people like Fury to be so gloating. Things have not yet reached the last step, and I don't know who can have the last laugh. In fact, Fury was also very anxious, which Uchiha Madara could also feel, because he knew very well that the aircraft carrier was sinking little by little, and he was also worried about his own safety. After all, this is an aircraft carrier, not just a simple machine. Let Tony do this alone. He really can't help, because he really doesn't know anything about mechanics. I can feel that Tony is really anxious about this matter, and he is also worried that the aircraft carrier will continue to sink, which is really bad for their safety, said to Uchiha Madara. If the drone he arranged can't arrive here on time, his life will be in danger. You don't have to be so anxious about this matter in your heart. It's not as complicated as you think. It's okay. What you see is a bad thing, and it turns into a good thing inadvertently? Because Tony is still quite powerful, at least he is very professional in mechanical matters, which still needs to give Tony some time. I know you were just saying something to comfort my emotions. In fact, I see everything in my eyes. Don't worry, no matter how big it is, I will definitely bear it. 35 In fact, for this Uchiha Madara has already been mentally prepared for things. No matter what happens, he must accept this reality. Although he is now being framed by people like Fury, it is not that things have gotten so bad. Maybe there will be a turnaround. Chapter 360 Unable to End, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 360 Unable to End, for Uchiha Madara. What happened this time was really bad. He didn't expect things to develop to such a serious level, and he blamed himself for being too careless. Otherwise, there would not be such a big situation. I really don't know if he can lead Tony out of this danger this time, and he is not fully sure. He really didn't expect that this time. Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. was completely calculated, and he didn't blame Tony for it. After all, Tony has been with him for many years, and he has credit no matter what, so no matter what happens, he is innocent, and he doesn't mean to blame him completely. But Tony is also very remorseful about this matter. If he can think of this, it is impossible for such a thing to happen. Now Uchiha Madara feels that everyone does not want to blame each other for this matter, and it will not play any role. It is better to think about how to deal with this matter in the next step. Everyone 05 can't sit here and wait to die. You must think of a foolproof strategy, and you must not let Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. watch his jokes behind his back. This time is the biggest insult to him, and if he tortures himself in a less personal way, he will fall into their trap. For this incident, Uchiha Madara is really very self-blame, and he didn't imagine that things would be as bad as they are today. He blamed himself for being really irresponsible. Now that regret is really self-blame for this matter. What role can self-blame play?
Although he could feel that Tony was very sad about this mistake, he comforted him.
Don't worry so much about this matter. No one would have thought such a serious thing would happen, and you don't need to blame yourself like that. Why don't we find a way to get through this difficulty together? Actually, if you don't tell me, I'm very clear in my heart. If this matter, I will urge you in advance, and my family will not be in such a situation today. I really didn't expect Fury to do such a despicable thing. 99. Advertisement. I feel that these people really dare not compete with Uchiha Madara face to face. They can only play such black hands behind their backs. Otherwise, they really don't have any ability to deal with Uchiha Madara. After all, Uchiha Madara is really powerful and has a certain super kung fu. So if you want to attack him, it is really a bit difficult, otherwise Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. would not have calculated him like this behind his back. Uchiha Madara was really surprised by this matter, and he didn't expect that people from S.H.I.E.L.D. would do such a thing to him.
This time Uchiha Madara never dreamed of something. These people are really damn it.
For this Uchiha Madara must think that these people must be laughing at him behind his back?
I think he is a very brainless person, otherwise, how could he be easily calculated by them? Although this matter is really important to Uchiha Madara, he really has no way to go with his god. To explain, you can only find a way to solve it yourself.
And now he is really dealing with the matter in front of him, helpless, and doesn't know how to solve it. When things have developed to this point, it is because he is too careless, otherwise such a mistake would not have occurred. He has always been like this, and he has no vigilance at all. He never thought that the people of S.H.I.E.L.D. would play such a black hand on him. If he had been prepared earlier, he wouldn't have made the aircraft carrier what it is today. Thinking about it now, Uchiha Madara really regrets it. He could feel that the S.H.I.E.L.D. guys were gloating behind their backs until they thought Uchiha Madara was a very stupid person. Even if such a simple thing has not been done well, what can be done? Now that it has happened, there is no way to think about the regrettable things.
The difficulty that Uchiha Madara is facing now is really not easy for him. He will definitely find a way to deal with it, and he will never let the people of S.H.I.E.L.D. look down on him like this.
Advertisement. I really didn't expect that their shot was really too ruthless. They really wanted to put Uchiha Madara to death, and there was no chance for him to turn around. Now Uchiha Madara thinks that he is really too kind to them. Why didn't he clean them up before? Give them a chance. This time is really bad for Uchiha Madara. Now I can feel that Tony is very anxious about this matter. Seeing that he is sweating in a hurry, he said to him,
I know that this matter is very difficult for you now. After all, this matter is really very complicated, and the maintenance of the system was not something that one person could do before. It is really very difficult for you. Of difficulty.
Don't worry, I will do my best to maintain the relationship in this matter. I will definitely pay attention to the safety of the two of us. You can rest assured about this, and you don't have to worry about me. Now they are waiting more anxiously than anyone else, wanting to leave the aircraft carrier, because they know very well that if no one will answer them for a long time. As for who can have the last laugh in this matter, and there is no result yet, now there is no need for people like Fury to be so gloating here. Now you know you're in a hurry. I don't know if someone will come here to meet you. Seeing that it's already this time, and not a single person is seen, maybe you will also be used by others. You don't need to worry about my affairs. I am very sure of doing things this way. I will never be used by others like a fool. I have seriously investigated this matter, otherwise I will not go to it easily. Took over. Seeing that they were standing on the aircraft carrier and have been waiting for someone to approach them, now they are really more anxious than anyone else, otherwise their lives will be threatened, he told him. Some things happen that are really unforeseen in advance, and even complaining can make a big difference. They will also have a sense of crisis, and now they are standing there really feeling a little frightened. Hearing Tony say this, Uchiha Madara feels more relieved. He will think about the problem from his point of view. No matter what the outcome of the final development of the matter, everyone will not complain to each other. Now I don't know if they will be able to get out of this dangerous situation smoothly, although they have made this matter so heartless. It seems that God will not care for them, and will definitely punish them heavily. Chapter 361 No one answers, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 361 No one answers. At this time, Uchiha Madara was thinking in his heart to let them have a taste of this kind of waiting. At this time, he also knew very well that Fury and the others were really feeling anxious. After all, they didn't see a little bit of hope, and could only hope that someone would come to meet them sooner. It's really hard to imagine that they will encounter such a thing, and it's a good thing for Uchiha Madara. At least he won't leave the aircraft carrier alone. At this moment, Uchiha Madara felt that if everyone died, they would not let them escape easily. For people like them who are ruthless and vicious, God will not have mercy on them, and it will definitely make them suffer a little. People like Fury knew why today was the first time. Now they also know the result of framing people. As for the extent to which this matter will develop, no one can imagine it. Now it is up to everyone to see whether they can escape this dangerous situation. Now everyone has no clue about this matter, because the drone has just turned around and gone in another direction. I can feel that Fury doesn't seem to have a clue about this matter, and now he is a little confused. He doesn't know what they had discussed before, and he doesn't know what will happen in the middle. If there were no accidents, the drone would have come to meet them long ago, and it never appeared in front of them, so he was more panicked about this matter than anyone else. Now Fury is really flustered in his heart, and he doesn't know which link has a problem or whether he is really being used. Could it be that this matter was really told by Uchiha Madara? Otherwise, how could Uchiha Madara say such a thing? It is impossible for him to make such a low-level mistake. This is the biggest mistake for him, because he has always asked the Hulk to deal with this matter. This Hulk cannot escape halfway, right? Advertisement. I really didn't expect that he was really unreliable, and he didn't give a shit about what he said and did. It seems that Fury was really deceived by this Hulk, said to Agent Patton.
Why haven't the drones come to pick us up? I don't know where the problem is. If we don't come again, our lives will be in danger. I have done this very cautiously and it is impossible. Any errors occurred. Now that things have developed to this point, we can't easily trust anyone, and now we can only rely on the two of us to get through this difficult time. In any case, this mistake cannot be seen by Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara could feel Fury standing there pretending to be calm all the time, so that Uchiha Madara couldn't see any thoughts in his heart. No matter how disguised his expression was, Uchiha Madara would have noticed it, and he never thought that he would fall into this step. It seems that he really counted himself into it, and felt that this matter was quite reliable. Maybe they came a little later than expected, and it was impossible for any mistakes to occur. In fact, at this moment, Fury is really comforting himself, and he doesn't want to make any mistakes in the middle. In that case, he will really sink himself into it. Although it was only 10 minutes later than he expected, he really didn't know how much things would happen in the middle. But he didn't know whether Uchiha Madara would spy on them or not. He didn't know if Uchiha Madara arranged all this, and he had to think about Uchiha Madara. Otherwise, how can Uchiha Madara look like nothing has happened, and he doesn't seem to have any worries about the crisis at hand? So Fury thinks that this matter is the ghost of Uchiha Madara behind the scenes. Otherwise, how could such a situation happen suddenly if his affairs are so carefully arranged? He said to Uchiha Madara. You seem to be indifferent to this matter. Are you very confident about this matter? Otherwise, why do you always feel like you are nothing? 35. You take care of your own affairs well. There is no need to see what happened to me. If it weren't for you, I would not be where I am today, and I really hate you now. 35. Advertisements and things Fury must have overlooked, otherwise he hasn't gotten any information until now.
I can feel that he doesn't have the slightest bit in mind about the matter of the response, otherwise he wouldn't be so panicked. I could feel the helpless look on his face as he stood there, and it seemed that this time he really did the math, and finally counted himself in. People like him, Uchiha Madara, felt that he deserved it this time. He wanted to leave the aircraft carrier immediately after this matter was dealt with, but he didn't expect to be trapped on it. It seems that it is really difficult for him to escape from here this time, and he did not expect that he would fall into such an end, and now he is also a little panicked. Now Tony feels that he and Fury are grasshoppers on the same rope. If there is danger, everyone is really in common, and it is impossible for one of them to escape the danger. Seeing Fury standing there waiting for the arrival of the drone, he also hoped that this moment would be out of danger. I could feel that at this moment, I was discussing something with Agent Patton. Knowing that they must be in crisis, I said Fang to Agent Patton. Could it be that I really made a mistake in this matter? Otherwise, this situation would not have happened, and I really don't know which link went wrong, otherwise the time could not have been missed for so long. Now that things have happened, there is no need for you, Li Qianhao, to think so much. It may not be as bad as you think. Maybe there will be a turnaround. It's only a delay of a few minutes now, and you don't need to worry so much. It seems that Fury is more worried about this matter than anyone else, because he didn't think about it, and he was brought into the situation he is today, and now he is also implicated. When Uchiha Madara saw him like this, he was really self-inflicted, and he really didn't think that he would pick up a stone and smashed himself in the foot. Because Uchiha Madara was also worried about this matter, but he really had to disguise in front of Fury, and he didn't want to see his worst side for Fury to see. Although this matter is really very tricky for him, otherwise he would not be able to fall into such an end. There is no need for Uchiha Madara to compete with Fury on this matter. Let's find a way to solve the problem by ourselves. Chapter 362 So Desperate, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 362 So desperate. It seems that this time Uchiha Madara really has no choice but to hold on to his temper and choose a better direction. But he will never know what the result will be. All the consequences will be borne by him alone. After all, this matter has his own relationship with him, and he has an inescapable responsibility. No matter how difficult this matter is, he has to overcome it. Now Uchiha Madara's eyes are really desperate. Facing these things happening in front of him, he really can't hold back. He never dreamed that things would turn out like they are today. It was simply incredible. I really didn't expect that the people of S.H.I.E.L.D. would take advantage of him, and if he was prepared for this, it wouldn't happen to the point of being out of control. Now Uchiha Madara thinks about what she has done and regrets it very much, but regretting it now can't change the truth. Now Uchiha Madara feels that everyone in S.H.I.E.L.D. is watching his jokes behind his back, and thinks that he really made a big mistake this time. People like them are behind such a black hand. What's the use of success? Will the people who go with them look at 583? Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara is really very entangled in his heart. How can he be so careless? Otherwise, such a situation would not be possible. What happened this time was really a very serious loss for him, and he really had no way to explain it to his superiors. Since this matter has grown out of control, he can only think of remedial measures, otherwise he really has no way to solve this matter. Now he feels that the people around him can't help him, and he can only tell Tony what happened to him, and see if he has a good way to help him through this difficult time. After all, Tony has always been loyal to him, and will never read his jokes and tell him. This experience is really a very painful lesson for me, but before I set off, I have to investigate carefully to make sure that such a thing will not happen. It's all my fault for being too careless. Advertisement. Actually, you don't need to blame yourself for this matter, and you didn't expect things to develop to such a result. Otherwise you might have thought about this matter before you set off. Tony is very clear about this matter. These people in S.H.I.E.L.D. really hurt the people of Uchiha Madara. I didn't really expect that these people would play such a black hand behind Uchiha Madara's back. It seems that Uchiha Madara really doesn't have any ability to complete this task this time.
Now that the matter has come, there is no need for Uchiha Madara to be entangled in this matter all the time. It seems to think about how to make up for this matter.
Try to minimize the loss of this matter, otherwise no one can afford the consequences. Now Uchiha Madara is really under too much pressure on this matter, and he can barely breathe. Now he really can't imagine how to explain this matter in front of his superiors, thinking that he is really panicked in his heart. How can he be so careless? Even if he can do this little thing well, will his superiors still entrust such an important task to him in the future? Tony really had a very helpless expression when he saw Uchiha Madara. He didn't think that the loss this time would be very serious for him, and he would definitely think of the consequences.
Because of what happened this time, he must have been disgraced in front of his superiors, and this time Uchiha Madara really lost his face. He has never made such a low-level mistake in so many years, and thinking of this, Uchiha Madara can't wait to tear the Hulk into pieces.
It is simply the result of him. I really didn't think that he could sell himself for his own little benefit. He is really hopeless as a AFBB person. The only way Uchiha Madara can solve it now is to leave the aircraft carrier immediately, otherwise everyone will be in danger at this moment. Now for this matter, he doesn't have time to hold anyone responsible, and it seems that he has dealt with the current problem. Otherwise, everyone will be implicated, and he doesn't want to involve everyone because of this matter, and finally lose everyone's life.
Advertisement. If this matter will continue to develop, it will be more serious, so Uchiha Madara still has to deal with this matter decisively.
It seems that Tony does not have a better grasp of repairing the system of the aircraft carrier.
After all, this aircraft carrier has been destroyed by them, and it is really very difficult to repair it completely, he said to Tony.
I can also see that you have spent a lot of trouble on this matter, but you have not completely maintained the system. It seems that you don't need to waste time here. Why don't we leave this aircraft carrier as soon as possible? 99. Do you really want to give up on this matter? Then how do you go back and explain it to your superior? I think you should let me try it out seriously, maybe it will be repaired? In fact, Tony knew very well in his heart that Uchiha Madara was really anxious about this matter. He was a little impatient and wanted to leave the aircraft carrier immediately. Because when he saw this aircraft carrier, he was very angry in his heart. If it wasn't for his own mistakes, he wouldn't have caused the aircraft carrier to be in such a miserable state today. In fact, there is no need for Uchiha Madara to blame himself for this matter, and it is not caused by him alone. This incident will really make Uchiha Madara unable to guard against it. If he thinks about this incident, he will prepare in advance, and this kind of thing will definitely not happen. At this time, Tony saw Uchiha Madara with a really helpless expression and said to him, "Actually, I know very well in my heart that you are really annoyed, but what role can you play by doing this? Why don't we work together to maintain the aircraft carrier system? Maybe there will be a turnaround in this matter? Look at how the aircraft carrier has been destroyed by them. If it could be repaired, it would have been repaired long ago, so why wait for so long? Do you think it is necessary to waste time here? We would be in danger in that case?" This matter hit Uchiha Madara very hard, and he was really speechless at the moment. It seems that Uchiha Madara has to reconsider this matter and how to act. Otherwise, he really has no chance to change the current situation, because Uchiha Madara feels that this matter will definitely turn around and will not let him get to this point. Chapter 363 Overcoming Difficulties, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 363 Overcoming Difficulties. At this moment, Uchiha Madara's mood is really worse than anyone else. After all, everything is not within his expectations. Otherwise, it is impossible for him to suddenly have such a situation, and he is very clear about this matter. If it is not for his own negligence, it is impossible to cause such consequences. But Uchiha Madara feels that it is really useless to say so much now. Although the current situation cannot be changed, it is impossible for Uchiha Madara to give up like this. Because he feels that there is no way out, no matter what kind of things will happen in desperation, this difficulty in front of him, he will definitely overcome it. So Uchiha Madara really had no reason to find an excuse not to complete this mission. After all, the superiors in this mission really trusted him very much, and he didn't expect to get to such an uncontrollable level. Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara's heart is really sad. He has never experienced such a bad thing for so many years. It really makes him feel that it is too late to cry. Although Uchiha Madara has never made such a mistake for so long, he really has no face to meet his colleagues. For this incident, Uchiha Madara was really very sad, and he did not expect things to happen to such a point. Now he can feel that the aircraft carrier is really sinking more and more. If they don't think of a way, they really don't know if they can survive this difficulty. Now he feels that his and Tony's lives are really getting more and more dangerous, and he really doesn't want Tony to be implicated because of this incident. Now he must think of a surefire way to solve the difficulty in front of him. No matter how things have gotten to this point, he regrets that he has not solved any problems. He can only take one step at a time. Now I know very well in my heart whether I can meet some ships on this boundless sea, and whether I can help them solve the current difficulty. Advertisement. No matter what, he has to survive this time, although he is desperate, but he has to bite the bullet and move forward. Uchiha Madara really has no clue about what happened in front of him, and now he feels that it happened a little too suddenly, which really caught him off guard. I can feel that Tony really has a helpless look in his eyes. After all, this matter has a direct relationship with him, and Uchiha Madara also has an inescapable responsibility, said to him. "You really don't need to look at me like this. I'm responsible for this matter. If I hadn't implicated you, you wouldn't have encountered such trouble. It seems that we can find a way together." 55. Actually, I don't mean to blame you for this matter. After all, it's not your responsibility alone, but also half of mine. We have to find a way to get through this difficulty together for all things, and nothing else can solve any problems. Question. Because Tony felt that this matter could not be completely blamed on Uchiha Madara's head, and for Uchiha Madara, he did not intend to do it this way. In fact, Uchiha Madara is more anxious about this matter than anyone else, so Tony can fully understand Uchiha Madara's mood at the moment. There is no need to blame him like this. Treating this matter, Uchiha Madara didn't deliberately make it like this. In fact, he was really very self-blame in his heart, and felt that this matter had a direct relationship with him. If he can check carefully before departure, if there are some people hiding on the aircraft carrier, it is impossible for such a situation to occur. Now he thinks about it, he regrets it more than anyone else. Now that things have happened, there is no need to complain about each other. It is better to think of a way to solve the difficulty in front of you. It is absolutely impossible for the aircraft carrier to sink into the sea like this. Thinking about these things is really a bit too scary, and Tony doesn't dare to think about it anymore. Let's find a way to solve it. There's no need to embarrass Uchiha Madara like this. In fact, Tony can also feel that Uchiha Madara has no good solution at the moment. In fact, he is really very confused in his heart, and said to him,
"You really don't need to worry about it alone, thinking that this matter has a direct relationship with you. After all this happened, we all have an unshakable responsibility, and you don't need to take this matter on you."
Advertisement 0. For flowers, it's all my fault for being careless. Otherwise, how could this happen all of a sudden? I've always trusted the people of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now Tony thinks, what's the use of doing this? It can't solve any problems at all, and Uchiha Madara needs to make up his mind at this time? He doesn't need to make his emotions so bad.
Tony is also very clear in his heart that some things are really not Uchiha Madara's fault alone, and everyone is responsible for this.
There is no need to put all the blame on Uchiha Madara, which made him really sad. Originally, he had a very strong self-esteem, and he really blamed himself for this matter, and felt that this matter had a direct relationship with him. This time, when everyone encountered such a situation, they all seemed impatient. At that time, everyone's mood was really low. Knowing that the burden on him is too heavy for him, after all, this task is really very important to him, he has not successfully completed the task, and there is really no way to face his superiors. Seeing Uchiha Madara always said to him with a very helpless look. He hasn't had a good night's sleep all day, and has been worrying about this matter? There is no need to complain about each other here, it is better for everyone to concentrate on thinking about how to deal with this matter. He really looked a little exhausted these days. Seeing him like that, Tony was really distressed, and felt that this matter had made him so exhausted. It's not necessarily as bad as we thought, there will definitely be a turnaround, God won't punish us like this, someone will definitely come to save us, maybe it's a good thing for me? I really didn't expect to encounter such a dangerous thing. You still have such a good attitude and are still persuading me. I know you were very worried about this matter in your heart, but you are just comforting me. Only at this time can I see Tony. This person really takes good care of Uchiha Madara, no matter what, he can't let Uchiha Madara see that he is unhappy. B. Chapter 364 Life Crisis, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 364 Life Crisis. Uchiha Madara is really confused about what is happening in front of her, and she doesn't know if she can successfully complete the task. This time was really a severe test for him, he had never experienced anything like this before. Things are really much more complicated than he imagined, and he has gained a lot of experience after going through this incident. Now he really wants to find a way to save himself and Tony's safety, and he can't care about other things. The aircraft carrier is sinking so much now that if it doesn't leave here immediately, it will definitely be life-threatening. As for who made this happen, Uchiha Madara has no need to hold anyone accountable, after all, now he also sees that Fury is in danger. Then he really deserved what he deserved. If he didn't destroy the aircraft carrier into what it is today, everyone would not be in danger at the same time. It seems that he did not imagine that such a thing would happen to him, otherwise he would have been prepared. I think he looks very smart, but he does such a stupid thing. Now Uchiha Madara looks down on him psychologically. At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that no one cared about anyone else, so he could only find a way to escape, otherwise he would really sink into the sea with the aircraft carrier. As for this Fury in front of him, there is no need for him to worry about his feelings, at least this matter was caused by him alone. No matter what happened, it had a direct relationship with him. It seemed that his mood was really very low, and things that had been prepared in advance suddenly happened. If someone picks up, he will definitely leave the aircraft carrier smoothly without any danger. Now he has been waiting for someone to pick him up. Advertisement. I didn't expect such a situation to happen on the way, because the child Uchiha Madara also saw that the drone suddenly turned its direction just now, and now it has disappeared.
Otherwise, Fury can't keep looking at the drone here, and he can feel that he has no hope at all now, and his expression is really very depressed.
Uchiha Madara can tell from his face that he really has no heart at this moment. I don't know if someone will come to rescue them, and he didn't expect things to go wrong like this. It seems that he felt that this matter was done very carefully, and it was impossible for such a mistake to occur. But things were much worse than he expected, and Uchiha Madara could feel that Fury was also in a very bad mood and went to tell him. Look at the good things you've done, let yourself be involved, this is what you deserve, and I'm waiting to see what happens to you. It seems that this time everyone is going to die together, so don't take chances. Survived. 35. Didn't you see it just now? Did that drone come to pick me up? Although the direction has been reversed now, I believe they will definitely come to save me. You can rest assured on this point, and I can't let it go. You see my joke. I never thought that Fury still had such great hopes for drones, he just couldn't believe this fact.
Could it be that he is also being used by others? I feel that this person should not be left behind, and it must be killing people.
Now Fury feels that this matter is really very different from what he expected. I don't know which link has gone wrong, otherwise he will not encounter such a problem. Now Fury feels that his life is on the line, and he doesn't know if he can survive on this aircraft carrier. Now this aircraft carrier has made him see no hope.
He didn't expect things to develop so badly, how could the plan he made in advance suddenly change?
I really don't know who is behind the scenes, otherwise such a situation would not be possible, which made Fury very suspicious. Could it be the sudden disappearance of this Hulk that made him suspicious? Now the relationship between Fury and the Hulk is also unclear. What is going on, and who betrayed who? There is really no way to clarify now. It seems that Fury still has to take a long-term view on this matter. In the end, who took advantage of whom, and now Fury has not figured out this matter. Advertisement. In fact, Fury imagined this matter very well. He didn't expect such a situation to occur halfway through. He didn't even dream about it.
I really didn't think that he was really unreliable when he did things, otherwise he wouldn't be easily allowed to intervene in this matter.
This Hulk is really too damn it to do such a thing, otherwise, how could the drone suddenly fall in that direction? Otherwise, Fury would not think that the Hulk betrayed him. The disappearance of the Hulk at this moment made Fury really confused, and he could not imagine who caused it all. No one is going to explain to him now how all this happened, and he knows this for fear of seeing Uchiha Madara sitting there with a scowling face. He was also very reluctant, but it had happened and there was no way to make it up, he told Uchiha Madara. Because he was operating all the systems of the aircraft carrier before, he must be clear, he told Agent Patton. Now both of us are in danger on this aircraft carrier. Let's see if there is a good solution. Can we maintain this aircraft carrier and let us leave here smoothly? Now you think it's easy. You want to leave this aircraft carrier alive. Do you think this matter is as simple as you think? You destroyed the aircraft carrier to what it is today. Do you think there is still a way to fix it? I feel that this aircraft carrier is really worthless to repair. Now we don't know where to start. I have damaged this aircraft carrier very badly before, and now there is really no way to do it. 35. Fury felt that this matter was really clever but was mistaken by cleverness. If he did this, he could leave himself an extra way out. Can the people you bring repair the system of the aircraft carrier? Then we will all be rescued. If it is not repaired, we will sink into the sea with the aircraft carrier. At this time, Fury suddenly thought of Agent Patton, and wondered if he could help him solve this problem. There is absolutely no way that something like this will happen today. He never dreamed that 1.1 would make him screw up. After all, there is still a certain ability in his person, and he may be able to help. Chapter 365 Low-Level Error, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 365 Low-Level Errors. At this moment, does Fury feel that he is waiting to die on this aircraft carrier? He is really a little too unwilling to do this. If it wasn't for what he did before, he wouldn't be where he is today. Today Fury thinks about this matter, and he regrets it very much in his heart. It is really hurting others and himself. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in such a big trouble, so this time the mission made Fury feel that he really made a mistake. He has never made such a low-level mistake, and he really doesn't know how to end it. Now he really doesn't know how to deal with this matter in front of him. Are they all waiting for the moment of death on this aircraft carrier? At this time, this matter of Uchiha Madara wine was all done by Fury. He did everything alone, and he should be allowed to bear such consequences. Now he knows he is in a hurry, what he was thinking about before, so Uchiha Madara really doesn't want to sympathize with him at all. He is too damn it. When doing things, they do not consider the consequences at all, although this time everyone encountered trouble on this aircraft carrier and do not know when they will be rescued. Now they can't get to the shore at all, so their class is really very dangerous. I don't know if they can escape this catastrophe this time. It's really terrible for them. Now their situation is in the middle of the sea, and they can't see anything around them, and now they really don't have anyone they can turn to for help. At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that his life was really on the line, and thinking about the consequences was really terrible. Is it really inevitable for them this time? It is impossible for God to be so unfair to them. Uchiha Madara really does not want to be punished like this, said to Tony. Are we just waiting to die here? Is there really nothing we can do? You have a lot of ideas. Let's see if there is any good way to help us get out of this place. Advertisement. Now I'm really powerless about this situation. I've been studying here for a long time, and there's really no way for people who want to leave here in a hurry. At this time, Tony knew very well that everyone's mood was really bad, and he didn't know if he could be rescued. It seems that this matter can only rely on everyone's good fortune. For this matter, everyone really has no better way to solve this difficulty in front of us, and everyone really seems helpless. Uchiha Madara is really a little speechless at this moment, so Uchiha Madara thinks that this Hulk is really too damned. All this is caused by him. All of a sudden he disappeared without a trace. It seems that all this was arranged by him. If he is caught, he will definitely be killed alive. He is simply too hateful. I really don't know if he hid on this aircraft carrier or was rescued. How could he, who was completely unaware of his situation, have such a great ability to suddenly disappear without a trace? Uchiha Madara felt really curious about this matter. If no one came to pick him up, he couldn't have suddenly left on this aircraft carrier. Does he really only have Fadian technique? Did he fly away from here? The more I think about it now, the more wrong this thing feels. Could it be that Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. was also deceived by the Hulk? How could someone as smart as him be easily fooled by the Hulk? Uchiha Madara can't believe it easily. Some things are not clear to everyone. Could it be that this Hulk is really a bit magical, beyond everyone's imagination? Uchiha Madara is really confused about this matter, and now he really can't figure out who did it.
He felt that the Hulk didn't seem to have such great ability. How could he do such an earth-shattering thing?
Did he blind the eyes of his family? Was he really responsible for everything? Advertisement. I think this matter is simply too incredible. How could he have such great ability to do such a terrible thing?
Seeing that Fury was very helpless sitting there, Uchiha Madara felt that this matter was what he deserved the most, and was very angry, and said to him.
Look at this, it's all a good thing you've done. Have you ever dreamed that you would be trapped here too? Now everyone is in the same boat to see who can fight in the end. Does it make sense for you to laugh at me like this now? This matter is all caused by you. Otherwise I wouldn't end up like this today, and now there's really no need for everyone to complain about this matter. It's better for everyone to work together to get through this difficult time. Complaining about each other here won't do anything. It can only make everyone sit here and wait to die. Now Uchiha Madara really hates Fury very much at the moment. This is all his fault, otherwise everyone wouldn't fall into such an end. I really don't know what he was thinking when he did this. Could it be that he seemed to be able to escape this disaster, but he didn't expect that he would be involved? At this moment, he was in a really bad mood, and felt that this matter should not have happened like this, but since it had already happened, he had no way to avoid it. At this time, Uchiha Madara saw that Tony had been researching the system there, but he didn't seem to give up talking to him. At this time, U-587 Zebo Madara felt that there was really no need for everyone to laugh at each other, and she could feel that Fury was not as arrogant as before. Although he must have some research in some aspects, but I don't know if he can repair the aircraft carrier. I think you are really too persistent in doing things, and you have never been given up by this system. It seems that we really still have a little bit of hope. Otherwise, you would not work hard like this. In fact, Tony's proposal is also very good. After all, everyone here really can't sit still like this, and if you have any ideas, try to do it as much as possible. At this moment Uchiha Madara can only hope that someone will rescue them, otherwise they really don't know what to do. I don't want everyone to sit here and wait to die. There's a glimmer of hope. I have to give it a try. At least I can't wait forever. Don't be too anxious. I just want to try it to the end. Can it be repaired? Chapter 366 Advertisement Chapter 366 This matter is really a very difficult thing for Uchiha Madara, but he can't help it no matter how much he thinks about it. Now Uchiha Madara knows very well how many people are watching his jokes behind his back. What happened this time was the biggest insult to him, and he didn't expect things to happen to such a situation. Because this mission is really very important to him, but his superior's trust in him did not expect such an emergency to happen. Now he really doesn't know how to deal with the current difficulties, but this matter must not be known to God, and if he knows, he will definitely be punished. Now Uchiha Madara is really confused and doesn't know what to do next. Now there is only Tony around and he is going through the difficult time with him. In this matter, he can only have a good discussion with Tony about how to maintain the aircraft carrier system. If they can be repaired, they can really tide over the difficulties this time, and now Tony doesn't know if he can handle this completely. After all, Tony's ability is limited, and he can't fully control the system of the aircraft carrier, so Uchiha Madara can't pin his hopes on him in this matter. Although Tony took great care to maintain this matter, after all, he cannot control the operation of this system. This system has been disrespected by the Big Scourge, and I don't know where to fix it. So Uchiha Madara thinks that Fury is really damned. Now that he has fallen to such a point, he really deserves it. It seems that this time he has no room for him to do anything. Seeing that he is also very regretful about this matter in his heart, and also very confused in his heart, he said to him, "It's all your own fault, otherwise you wouldn't end up like this. It seems that no one can help you through this difficult time, so don't have any hope, you are on this aircraft carrier, waiting for it. Advertisement, I have arranged everything very well. It is impossible for no one to rescue me. It is not so easy for you to see my jokes. I will definitely leave from here this time." I really didn't expect Fury to have high hopes for what happened in front of him. This matter has been dragging on for hours, and no one has come to rescue him. It seems that his idea is really a bit lost. Uchiha Madara is really asking for trouble when she sees such a thing happen to Fury. When he was doing this, he definitely would not have thought that he would end up like this today, otherwise he would definitely arrange this matter very properly. Now everyone is trapped on this aircraft carrier, and they don't know how to rescue themselves. They are very clear in their hearts, and they are really confused. At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that the aircraft carrier continued to sink, and it felt a little swaying, which made Uchiha Madara really have no bottom at all.
I don't know when everyone will fall into the sea. Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara is really scared in his heart, and he doesn't want such a thing to happen to him.
But Uchiha Madara doesn't know who can know their situation now, who can come here to rescue them. Now Uchiha Madara is completely unaware of this matter. Their entire signal has been lost. Does anyone know if anyone can find out that they were killed here? Now, no one really knows about all these things. Uchiha Madara has experienced such a thing for the first time. Otherwise, it is impossible for him to panic like this in his heart. After all, Uchiha Madara has been in business for so many years, and it has always been smooth sailing. He has never experienced such strong winds and waves. Now there is really no way for him to deal with this matter. Seeing Agent Fury and Patton muttering there, not knowing what they were talking about, it seemed that they were really scared in their hearts, and they didn't know when they would sink into the sea. This is what they deserve. Uchiha Madara really doesn't want to pity old Fury and this Agent Patton. If they hadn't destroyed the aircraft carrier into what it is today, it wouldn't be where it is today. Advertisement, this is what they brought on themselves, and no one will sympathize with them for such a result. Regarding this matter, Uchiha Madara really has no way to contact his superiors, and he really has no face to face his superiors in his heart. Regarding the mistake of this matter, I am afraid that I really feel that I am too incompetent to make such a low-level mistake. If he could check these things carefully beforehand, this situation would not have happened today.
In fact, for this matter, Uchiha Madara is really very regretful in his heart. The matter has come to this point, and he does not need to be so entangled now, he said to Tony.
I really don't know what people like Fury thought and how they made this matter so serious. Instead, they made themselves a little tired. They really shot themselves in the foot. At this time, Uchiha Madara really quit and continued to think about this matter, which made him feel dizzy and had no idea at all. It seems that this matter is really embarrassing for Tony, so there is no need for Uchiha Madara to force him like this. After all, his ability, Li Qianzhou, is limited, so he said to him again. So this matter really has nothing to do with Tony, and there is no need to put the blame on him.
Look at what you can do and show it off. You don't need to embarrass yourself. After all the parts are no longer available, so it's really impossible to completely repair it.
Backquote. You have been researching here for so long, is there any hope that the system will be repaired? Now I really don't have any ability to think about this matter. I can only see if you can fix the system. Good Graham.
This system is really a headache for me, and I don't know where to start because many of them have been destroyed by them and cannot be used, and if we have spare parts here, there is really no way to repair them.
After all, he is responsible for this matter. No matter what, he has an inescapable responsibility. If he could figure it out in advance, it would not have happened today. It seems that Agent Fury and Patton really want to make these things so bad, otherwise, the parts will not be destroyed as they are today, and there is really no way to use them. Chapter 367 Shifting the Blame, Seeking Automatic Subscription. Advertisement Chapter 367 Regarding this matter, Uchiha Madara doesn't want to be entangled with Fury anymore. Let's see how to deal with such a dangerous situation. If the trouble continues, it really won't do everyone any good. Now no matter what, there is no way to solve the emotional disturbance. It is better to find a way to leave this aircraft carrier, otherwise everyone's lives will be in danger. Now Uchiha Madara feels that there is no need to care about who is right and who is wrong. It seems that everyone should find a way to escape from here, and do not want to be buried in the sea. At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that Fury was a little frightened when he sat there. He caused all this, and instead made himself what he is today. It seems that he really has never experienced strong winds and waves, and when he encounters a little thing, he is frightened to the point of collapse. How do you usually look like that in front of Uchiha Madara? All of a sudden, he seems to be sitting there without saying a word, which makes Uchiha Madara think he can do anything big. It is simply unreasonable that it will become what it is today after a little setback. As for what he looks like now, Uchiha Madara doesn't want to look at him either, thinking that he caused all this. He has no guilt at all now, he said to him. What else can you say about this matter at 587? If you hadn't made such a small move halfway, this kind of thing would not have happened. Now that we are all really killed, you really don't want to go there at all, want to? What better way can I do it? No one has come to answer me now, and my system really doesn't know how to solve the problem. Now I can only rely on someone to rescue us, otherwise I don't have any method. It seems that Fury is really reckless in doing things, and he must be calculated by others, otherwise he would not be able to do such a thing. Advertisement. Now Fury feels that the Hulk suddenly disappeared. It seems that this matter has a direct relationship with him. Is it really being calculated by him? He fell into his trap. Because AFBB Rui was also very unfamiliar with the Hulk, and only got in touch with him through an intermediary. I didn't know that he would be so inattentive, that his words and actions would be so inauthentic. He clearly said something good, but he escaped on the way and dumped Fury here. Fury didn't think that the Hulk was really distrustful when he did things. If he was caught, he would definitely not go to him. He was really annoying when he did things. For this matter, Fury really thought about it, what was going on, and what went wrong, otherwise it would be impossible to connect with the people who should be. After all, he made a very careful plan for this matter. It is impossible for such a situation to occur suddenly. There must be a mistake in some link in the middle. Could it be that the Hulk did it in the middle? This point is really very suspicious of Fury as a person, because no second person came in this plan, only he was an outsider.
He didn't do this thing about me, who else could the ghost be? So Fury thinks this thing is really very strange, and it is impossible for such a situation to happen suddenly.
It seems that this matter was really calculated by someone secretly, because the time agreed to meet them. It hasn't come until now, and I just saw that the drone suddenly turned around. This makes Fury feel that this matter is really very good, and it must be something that he has done for others to calculate. Now Fury is also very helpless in his heart. Seeing such a thing happen to him, he feels that this time he really picked a big somersault, and was secretly calculated by this Hulk. Now that I think about it, I really regret it, and I can trust a person like him. At this time, Fury saw that Agent Patton had been looking for opportunities to escape from the aircraft carrier, and said to him, "Advertisement, see if there is any way we can get out of here, and if there are some small boats that can send us out to you, please check carefully to see if there are any life-saving tools. I have been on the aircraft carrier to see if I can find a life-saving tool. If we find it, we still have a chance to escape. Otherwise, we will be trapped here forever, and there is no way to get out of here."
Fury felt that it was impossible to have no life-saving tools. After all, such an aircraft carrier would certainly exist, but he did not know where it was hidden.
It seems that if you really let Agent Patton look for it, he will definitely find it. This life-saving tool is like a life-saving straw for them. It can rescue them, otherwise they will definitely not know how long they will be trapped here.
For the difficulty in front of them, they must think of a foolproof plan, and it is absolutely impossible to sit still here.
In that case, they don't know if they can have a chance to escape, and they don't want their lives to end there. He couldn't just sit still like this, he must think of various ways to escape from here. Although this matter is really difficult for them, as long as they find a way, there must be a way out. Now Fury feels that all this is caused by him. In fact, he is still responsible for all this. Thinking about these things, he is really very guilty. This desire to escape is getting stronger and stronger for Agent Fury and Patton. They can't just sit here and wait to die. They must find a way to escape from here. Although we are still young, we must find a way to escape from this aircraft carrier. Although this matter is really very difficult for me, we must do our best and try our best to rescue from here. This strong desire has been circling in Fury's head, and he will never let himself fall into the sea so easily.
It was really terrifying for him, he told Agent Patton. Now that Fury thinks about these things, he must be responsible for his family, so the desire to escape is really getting stronger and stronger in Fury's mind.
You must be careful, look for it carefully, there must be a life-saving tool, this is really important to me. Otherwise we will really sink into the sea with this aircraft carrier. After all, we have there is still a heavy burden, and it is absolutely impossible to die like this. 35. Chapter 368 Life is hanging by a thread, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 368 Now Uchiha Madara really can't see a little bit of hope, and it really makes him a little disappointed. He didn't expect this matter to develop to such a serious level, and it's all his fault for this matter. Otherwise, it would not have been possible for it to be what it is today, and now Uchiha Madara really regrets it very much. If I had known today, why was it necessary in the first place? What kind of problems can Uchiha Madara regret to solve now? Otherwise, their lives will definitely be in danger. In fact, at this moment, Uchiha Madara's heart is really entangled. I don't know how this happened all of a sudden, I really don't know who is behind the black hand, is it really someone like Fury who did it? Now he has not caught such evidence, nor can he blame Fury for this matter. He also didn't expect that Fury would disguise so well in front of him, he must not see that this matter had a direct relationship with him, and now Uchiha Madara is also confused. I really didn't expect him to be a bit scheming, and he was really calm about what happened in front of him, as if it had nothing to do with him, he was just so cunning. Uchiha Madara really didn't see his true face. There was really no way Uchiha Madara could directly talk to him about these things. After all, he didn't hold any evidence for this matter, and he couldn't put it all on his head, although Uchiha Madara really didn't have a good impression of him in his heart. I think he is really a bit too much. Could this matter really not harm him? Has he really not seriously considered this? Just do such a thing? Let's see who has the last laugh in this matter. Uchiha Madara can't save the situation, said to Fury. Advertisement. Doing things here is simply too much. When you do anything, you don't need to think about it in your brain. Can't you be a burden to yourself? You never thought that this would happen? Has it become so complicated? You didn't hold any of my handles. Why did you put all this on my head? Now I'm in danger just like you. If I did this, I'd put myself in danger. Is it like this today? At this moment, I felt that there was nothing wrong with what Fury said. If he did this, he would not have made himself into the embarrassed look he is today. Didn't he really leave a way out for himself? How could someone as smart as him not think of this? He would end up with a dead end like Uchiha Madara today. Now there is really no need for everyone to struggle with this matter. Let's find a way to escape from here, otherwise, it is really at stake. Now Uchiha Madara knows very well that Fury's emotions are really terrifying. He didn't expect things to happen to such a serious level. Otherwise, he would definitely not be able to do such a thing easily. Some things were really unexpected for Fury, and he did not expect such an emergency to happen.
Fury was also very clueless in his heart, and he did not expect to fall directly into today's end, thinking that all this was caused by himself.
Thinking about it now, he regrets it very much, and he feels really guilty about what happened to Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara really didn't think that someone like him still has a little sympathy? If he had a little conscience, he wouldn't do such despicable things today, making Uchiha Madara feel that he is really hopeless. Now, for the situation that is happening in front of you, you don't know if there is any hope of survival, and it is really very slim for these things that are happening in front of you. I don't know if anyone can rescue them, and now they are completely unaware of this matter. I don't want this thing to happen to them, but this thing did happen, and they have no way to avoid it. At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that Fury was really a little self-inflicted, and this matter should have been severely punished, otherwise he would not have a long memory. Since this incident was caused by him, he should have the responsibility to rescue everyone safely. Advertisement after all, this matter has a direct relationship with him. If he doesn't start to solve it, everyone will definitely not find him easily, and said to him.
For flowers. I haven't seen you do this, but I don't want to worry about whether it has anything to do with you. See if there is a good way to rescue the few of us, I don't want everyone to be trapped here. 5.
I don't know anything about the aircraft carrier, and I don't know if there are any life-saving tools here, because this thing was done by Agent Patton, and now I can't find his people. There is no way. Are you all sitting here and watching this matter? Don't you think of a solution? Are you all waiting for the aircraft carrier to fall into the sea little by little? Zero Uchiha Madara really couldn't bear to let her little life die like this. It seems that this matter is really very tricky, and he doesn't want to make it so bad that there must be a way. The matter is really urgent, and if everyone thinks of a way together, there is no way to escape from this place. I really can't see a little bit of hope. Is my life hanging by a thread here? Uchiha Madara is really a little too reconciled. I really didn't expect that this incident was caused by Fury alone. He must have the responsibility to help everyone in this matter, and said to him. Since this matter is really bad, don't you just sit here and don't care about anything? It seems that it has nothing to do with it. Don't you care about your life? What use do I care about now? I really have nothing at all, and no one thought that this would happen suddenly. I had prepared very well before, and sent someone to rescue us. Maybe it was something went wrong in the middle. Fury thinks this matter is really strange, not as simple as he imagined. There must be a mistake in some link in the middle, otherwise, how could the drone suddenly turn around? This point Fury feels very suspicious. There must be someone in the middle who has destroyed it, otherwise, it is impossible to encounter such trouble. Chapter 369 Advertisement Chapter 369 Regarding this matter, the more Fury thought about it, the more he felt that something was wrong. How could such a situation suddenly occur? Everything has been arranged, and the plan cannot be changed. Could it be that someone is really plotting against him this time? Otherwise, why would he encounter such a big trouble? It seems that this matter is really negligent, otherwise it would not have encountered such a situation. I really didn't think that this matter was really calculated by the villain of the Hulk. Otherwise, how could he suddenly escape without a trace? As for this person, Fury is really suspicious of him. When a villain like him, Fury, will definitely dismember him when he catches him, he will never be allowed to survive like this. After all, Fury felt that 590 was a very shrewd and capable person. How could she suddenly fall for this villain? She would never be able to figure it out clearly. He has been engaged in many industries for so many years, but he is really very experienced. He will never be easily plotted against him. He is very confident in this point. But this time, he really couldn't believe that all of this came from his own hands. Now everyone really has no clue about this matter, and they don't know what to do next. After all, there is no one who can help them in the middle of this sea, and now they can only pray that a small boat can pass by here, at least to help them relieve such difficulties. Now Fury really has an idea for these full-time jobs. How is it possible? Such a small boat cannot appear in the middle of such a sea. It seems that this time Fury felt that he was really a bit fierce, and he didn't expect to shoot himself in the foot. It seems that this time he was really laughed at by Uchiha Madara. He must not know how gloating he is when he is being forced. said to him. For the current situation, there is no need for everyone to complain about each other. It's better to find a way to escape from here, or you really don't know if you can leave here safely. Now I know that everyone is very impatient, after all. It's very dangerous for everyone right now. Advertisement, I'm really not in the mood to talk to you about this matter now, and now I'm really scared in my heart. I don't know if I can escape this disaster this time, and now we're really in trouble. It seems that no one wants to see such a result, but it has happened before their eyes, and they have no way to avoid it. At this time, the aircraft carrier was floating in the sea like this, and I don't know when it will be able to float to the shore. Only in this way can they be completely saved, and now they can only hope that everything will develop in a good direction. In fact, Fury was really entangled in this matter. He didn't expect to be tricked by others and get into other people's traps. He was really a little unwilling to this matter. But he really didn't know if this matter was done by the Hulk. If it was him, he would definitely not be polite to him. Now that he thinks about this person, he is very hateful. If he is caught, he will definitely be punished well. He is really a villain. Now it really doesn't make any sense for everyone to be entangled in this matter, and they can only think about how to do this now. At this time, Uchiha Madara could feel that Fury was really excited, and he didn't think that what he did was really a mistake, and he said to him in such a messed up look today. It seems that you have also been punished this time, otherwise you would not have such fear. Now you have not only harmed a few of us, but also you. It seems that this time we are really here waiting to die, there is no other way. That's it, I was really unwilling at the time. I must find a way to escape from here. It's impossible that no one knows where we are. We really can't just sit still like this. We must think of a surefire way to escape from here. Fury said this matter lightly. It was not as simple as he imagined. After all, this matter is what he said. What reason does he have to shirk here?
As for what happened to this matter, Uchiha Madara didn't want to compete with him anymore, and now he is really sad. Advertisement. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to sit there without saying a word, and Uchiha Madara wouldn't want to talk nonsense with him.
It's something that everyone doesn't want to see, that things have developed to such a bad point, and there is no need for Uchiha Madara to complain about Fury's actions here.
I really don't know who is the last black hand in this matter, and now I really don't have time to figure out this problem.
Since things have developed to such a point, there is no need for everyone to blame each other. It is better for everyone to work together to find a way to escape from here. Otherwise, there is really no way to escape this catastrophe. Uchiha Madara was really uncomfortable with Fury's actions, and felt that what he had done before was really too damn it. A good aircraft carrier was destroyed by them into what it is today, and it also endangered their lives. All these things were caused by him alone. Could it be that this thing has a direct relationship with him, and also has an inescapable responsibility? He didn't seem convinced at all about this matter in his heart, but Uchiha Madara didn't have to do anything right with him. At this time, I didn't see Agent Fury and Patton, and I didn't know what to study there. Are there any secrets between them? Tell them. I really didn't expect that the two of you would still be whispering here in room 1.1 at this time. Don't you care about this difficulty in front of you? Think about how big your hearts really are.
What we said is a secret between the two of us. There's no need to tell you, isn't it a bit too busy? To solve the current difficulty depends on everyone's thoughts. Sometimes Uchiha Madara just felt that he was a little helpless, and he didn't think about it in advance.
So at this critical time, there is no need for Uchiha Madara to argue with Fury like this. It is really a waste of time. Now that they are facing such great difficulties, they should think about what to do next, and they really don't have time to tangle with Fury on this matter. Chapter 370 Very frustrated, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 370 Very depressed. At this time, Uchiha Madara was really depressed and didn't know how to face the difficulties in front of him. Now he is really at a loss. Because there is really no one who can help him through this difficult time. After all, this matter really has a direct responsibility with him. No matter what happened this time, he could not escape punishment. In fact, Uchiha Madara was already mentally prepared for this incident. No matter what happened, he would have to take such responsibility. Now for this matter, Uchiha Madara's heart is really a helpless torment. He did not expect things to develop to such a bad state, and now he has nothing to do.
But he will never stop this matter. He will definitely find out the murderer, otherwise he will feel that he is really too incompetent.
Although he directly intervened in this matter, no one intervened in the middle.
But it is really hard to imagine that there will be no mistakes, and now Uchiha 05 Madara has no way to think about which link has gone wrong.
But things happened in front of him after all, and he had no way to escape. After all, this matter is related to many people's problems, and he will never take this matter alone. If he doesn't find out the culprit behind the scenes, he really has no way to get out of this incident. In fact, Uchiha Madara must have some eyebrows in his heart about these things, but he is also not sure who did this thing. He has not grasped any evidence, and it is impossible for anyone to easily attack. Faced with such a very difficult issue, Uchiha Madara really looked a little overwhelmed. At this time, Tony was really worried about his current situation and told him. Advertisement, it should be recalled carefully. We will start the investigation from which link there is a problem. We must not sit still like this, otherwise we will lose very badly. I am also very clear about this matter. There is no possibility of any sockets, because my confidentiality work is very well done, and it is absolutely impossible for anyone to leak it out. As for which link has a problem, now I also didn't figure it out. Because Tony thinks that Uchiha Madara is really a very smart and capable person, it is impossible for such a mistake to occur. This thing is really impossible for him. Now I really don't know what caused such a thing today, and now Tony is very suspicious of the people around him. If no one leaked it out, this kind of thing would never happen. So Uchiha Madara felt no need to blame each other with Tony here, at least to find the real reason for the matter. Because Uchiha Madara knows very well in his heart that Tony is worthy of his trust and will never make any mistakes in him. Uchiha Madara really recognizes him very much. Does he think this matter is over? Uchiha Madara will never let it go so easily, and the real culprit will definitely be found out. Otherwise, he will really be blamed for the rest of his life, and he will never be able to explain this matter clearly. So Tony thinks that Uchiha Madara can't just let it go. He must find out the real culprit, otherwise he will really have no way to clarify his own problems in his life. Uchiha Madara must think about this matter. He will never let these people succeed easily. This is really a bit too much for him. I feel that what these people have done is really a bit outrageous, and they must find their evidence, and they will be punished accordingly. In this way, Uchiha Madara can feel a little more comfortable. Over the years, Uchiha Madara has experienced many things and has never lost like this. This time is really a challenge for him. In any case, he has to make up for the mistake this time. Otherwise, he is really too shameless to face his superiors. As for why this matter has developed into such a situation today, Uchiha Madara really has not figured out the real reason at all, but this matter really has an inescapable relationship with Fury. Advertisement after all, Fury is really too insidious and cunning. When such a thing happened suddenly, Uchiha Madara had to think about him. Now Fury is really helpless in the face of all the things that are happening in front of him. He found it all by himself, don't blame anyone, and said to him, "Although I haven't caught your evidence, this matter must have a direct relationship with you, and now you don't need to escape like this in front of me. I will definitely find out the truth. Otherwise you will always be won't admit their fault. When you haven't found the truth of the matter, you must not blame me for this matter, otherwise I will be rude to you. Now everyone is facing great danger, there is no need to hurt peace here for these things." Did Uchiha Madara ever think that such a dangerous thing happened in front of him? In fact, he was really helpless and troubled in his heart. Who caused all this? Now he can't catch this person, and he can only treat the Fury in front of him as a helpless 590, because after all, there is no evidence to capture him, and there is no way to take any action against him. At this time, I can feel Fury, because this matter is also racking his brains to find a way, otherwise he is in danger. Now Uchiha Madara is very clear in his heart that everyone's situation is very dangerous. There is no need to fight because of this matter. Let's find a way to escape, said to Fury. Now I don't want to care about you so much. Now we are all facing such a danger, and it is unnecessary. So you are fighting face to face like this. It seems that you did not expect this kind of situation to happen. Yeah, you didn't catch this thing yourself. I did it. You don't need to waste time on me. Why don't we all find a way to escape this cold as soon as possible, otherwise everyone's life will be in danger. It's all nonsense to say these things at this point, and now Uchiha Madara doesn't want to discuss these things with him, and now I don't know where the Hulk went to. It seems that this matter has a direct relationship with him, otherwise he would not have escaped without a trace. I didn't expect that the matter between him and Fury was really calculated by the Hulk, otherwise they would not encounter such difficulties. Chapter 371 Advertisement Chapter 371 At this moment, Uchiha Madara was sitting there. The more he thought about it, the more wrong he felt. He didn't know which link went wrong. Otherwise, it would not have led to such a dangerous situation today. He was very secretive about this matter, and it was impossible for others to reveal it easily. It seems that some of the people who participated in this mission will definitely leak this mission, otherwise it is impossible for Fury to take advantage of it. Treacherous and cunning people like them will definitely look for such an opportunity, if no one leaks this matter about me. This situation will never happen to Uchiha Madara. After all, he has been through such a thing for a long time, and he has never made such a fault. This is really the biggest failure for Uchiha Madara.
He felt that such consequences were caused by him, and if he had been a little more careful, nothing like this would have happened.
Now Uchiha Madara thinks of this and feels very regretful. How could she be so careless all of a sudden? He was not at all wary of the people around him. He really didn't know who these people were referring to the most trusting of him. Now he didn't dare to trust anyone easily.
If no one around him betrayed him, this matter wouldn't be what it is today.
Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara has to investigate the people around him one by one, and he will never let them make things so bad. At this moment, Uchiha Madara felt that she was really sad and worried, and she didn't know if she had a chance to survive. This time, things were really no trivial matter. I feel that I am really in trouble this time, and I don't know if I will have a chance to escape from this aircraft carrier. Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara is really desperate. He also didn't want to implicate this matter on Tony. After all, he was really too innocent. After following him for so many years, he had never made any mistakes for him to bear. Advertisement this kind of thing is really a bit too unfair for him. Uchiha Madara didn't want this thing to involve him and told him. It's all my fault for my carelessness. Otherwise, it wouldn't involve you. Now this matter really has nothing to do with you at all. Don't worry about my affairs like that. 0. Don't think about it too much. Since everyone has encountered this situation now, saying this is not taking me as a friend. After all, we have worked together for so many years and trust each other very much. Don't be like me. Speaker. Now the only person Uchiha Madara can negotiate with is Tony. After all, he knows Uchiha Madara best, and Uchiha Madara really trusts him very much. At least with his help, Uchiha Madara is definitely not alone here going through this ordeal. As for whether there is a chance to survive this incident, Uchiha Madara really has no way to predict, but this incident is really very dangerous for him. In fact, everyone doesn't want to see such a thing happen in front of their eyes, but there is really no way to avoid this thing. Since it happened, as long as you face it bravely, everyone will try their best to save it over this difficult time. Uchiha Madara felt that Tony was really working hard to maintain the aircraft carrier's system, but he had done his best, and there was no way to force him. After all, his ability is limited, and things cannot be imposed on him, which is really an unreasonable request for him. Could it be that Fury really didn't know how to see him sitting there as if this matter had nothing to do with him, and he was always indifferent? Seeing him like this, Uchiha Madara was also very angry and felt that he caused all this. Why didn't he blame himself at all? Instead, sitting there like nothing, made Uchiha Madara really hate him. Could it be that he was stunned by what happened in front of him? Sitting there stupidly, he said to him without saying a word. Advertisement, don't you think things are not as dangerous as you think? Don't you think about the consequences at all? You should seriously think about how to deal with this matter. Don't sit here as if it has nothing to do with you at all waiting for our news.
Now what can I do? I really don't know anything about this system, and now this patent agent has no idea where he went, and now I can't cure anyone. Since it has happened, I also don't know where to go. There is no way to solve it. 5.
I really didn't think that Fury would have no sense of responsibility at all, and would shrink back when he encountered a little difficulty. I really didn't think that he was such a person. Now Uchiha Madara is really helpless to him. I feel that he is really not in a hurry and does not panic when dealing with this matter. Could it be that he has already made preparations in his heart? Otherwise he would not be able to sit here all the time and never give any explanation. Now Uchiha Madara really doesn't know anything about his thoughts and doesn't know what he thinks in his heart. Now Uchiha Madara is really saying nothing about Fury's thing. Without any evidence, he will never easily admit that he did this thing.
Although Uchiha Madara really did not catch any evidence of Fury in this matter, he really has an unshakable responsibility for this matter.
Because there is really not much friendship between them, and now he is just a villain. To see when he can decide, he must find evidence and put it in front of him. It will definitely make him speechless.
At this moment, Uchiha Madara was able to see Fury's true face clearly, and felt that he was really too much, and said to him,
"It's best for you to figure out everything, and don't take everything on my head. After all, you haven't caught any evidence for this matter, so don't involve me in it, and it's not difficult now. I was also involved in your personal problems." Backquote, actually, although I have not caught any evidence of this matter, you cannot escape from this matter. Lee Nuo is good. I will definitely find out the truth of the matter, otherwise you will never admit it all. You do it. There is no need for Fury to be friends with him. He is really a bit too insidious and cunning to do things. He only considers his own feelings when he does things. A person like him is a sinister and cunning person, and there is no need to befriend him like this. So Uchiha Madara really has nothing to do with what Fury did. Chapter 372. I'm in awkward, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 372. Embarrassed Uchiha Madara wanted to know what was happening in front of her eyes. It was really a bit ferocious, and she wondered if she could escape such a predicament. This matter was really difficult for him, and he didn't expect such a situation to happen suddenly, and if he had prepared in advance, he wouldn't have made him look so miserable. Although this matter is really very difficult for Uchiha Madara, he will never give up easily. After all, he and Tony are still here. Therefore, he must be responsible to Tony. After all, he brought it out, and he must ensure that he returns safely. In fact, Uchiha Madara was really a little unbearable about this matter, and really didn't want Tony to have such a situation with him. But there is no need for Tony to blame himself on Uchiha Madara for this matter. After all, it is not because of him.
All the responsibility should be blamed on Fury. After all, this matter was caused by him alone, and now he is also facing such a situation. It really deserves it for him.
Just now, Uchiha Madara vaguely saw that there seemed to be a deserted island opposite the aircraft carrier, and I wondered if he could see it clearly.
But Uchiha Madara knew that he was too far from that deserted island to get there.
Now Uchiha Madara must do everything possible to escape to that deserted island, otherwise their lives will be in danger. Seeing this deserted island, Uchiha Madara felt that there was still a ray of hope in his life. When he saw this deserted island, it was as if he saw a life-saving straw, and he felt that his life would not end like this. In that case, he was really sad and said to Tony, "Just now I found a deserted island opposite the aircraft carrier. I don't know if my eyes are dazzled or I can't see clearly, but I think it is a deserted island. You go over there and check to see if I am wrong. Already." Advertisement. Where is the desert island you mentioned? Why didn't I see it? Did you not see clearly? Or you have hallucinations? I feel that the opposite is dark and I can't see anything. Did I really think about this? Did I say hallucination? Now Uchiha Madara can't believe his eyes. Is there really a mistake? Was it really not a desert island just now? I really didn't know that I was in such a dangerous situation all of a sudden, and Uchiha Madara was really overwhelmed. As for what will happen in the future, Uchiha Madara really doesn't have time to think so much, and now he mainly thinks about how to escape. Otherwise, he will definitely be killed. Now this matter is really very important to him, and he does not want him to get such a result. He also did not expect that this time Fury would be like this because of this incident. It seems that this incident is the result of his own self-inflicted suffering. All things are caused by Fury and Fury has, it seems that Fury has a direct cause. Uchiha Madara didn't want to have any conflict with him because of this matter, and it didn't play a big role. He could only think about how to deal with it next. In fact, Uchiha Madara can also feel that Fury is also very upset because of this matter, and he did not expect things to develop to such a serious level. At the same time, he also implicated himself. Now he really doesn't have any hope for this matter, and now they know that all the signals are gone. Now they can't contact their superiors at all, knowing that this time they must be killed. It seems that this incident happened so suddenly, and everyone was not mentally prepared, otherwise, they would not have made themselves into the embarrassing situation there today. AFBB, now Uchiha Madara is very clear in her heart that she has really encountered an emergency, and she has no contact with her superiors at all. Now he is really at a loss, and there is no way to give any explanation, because this incident was caused by his irresponsibility, there are direct reasons, and he also has an inescapable responsibility. Advertisement this time, Uchiha Madara really knew very well that he would definitely be punished by his superiors. Now Uchiha Madara is really a little helpless in the face of all this, but he doesn't know if this incident was caused by Fury himself. Now he doesn't have time to investigate this matter, after all, Fury has encountered difficulties now, and he doesn't want to make everyone very unhappy about this matter. Seeing where Fury is sitting is really very depressed, it seems that he really said this to him without any whereabouts. You caused this matter. It seems that you are really self-inflicted. I really have no sympathy for you at all. If you hadn't made such a low-level mistake, we would not have been implicated by you. If you go in, you must find a way to rescue us. You haven't caught me in this matter, why do you put this matter on my head? I really don't want to blame you for doing this, and now there's no need for all of us to go to this matter. There is really no point in arguing. For what happened, Uchiha Madara is really inappropriate, in fact, everyone knows this very well.
No matter who made this moment, there is really no need to care about it. It seems that everyone knows what the consequences will be.
Otherwise, everyone will sink into the sea here, and no one wants to suffer such hardships. For them, it is really a bit too unwilling. There is really no way for him to rescue them now, and I don't know what Fury is sitting there waiting for. Does he see himself falling into the sea like this? Of course, he wouldn't blame himself like that, sitting there always looking gloomy, because this matter has a direct relationship with him, he really can't deny it. Now Uchiha Madara just saw a little hope, and suddenly it disappeared, which made him really very disappointed. As for who is right and who is wrong in this matter, there is no need to argue because Fury is really very guilty about this matter. So Uchiha Madara thinks that he is really fighting alone here, and he doesn't know when he will be able to escape from here. Uchiha Madara thinks that Fury has made you die because of this incident, and there is really no need for it. Now everyone should calm down and study how to escape. Chapter 373. Be Smart, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 373 For this matter, Uchiha Madara is really a little too reconciled, and he did not expect such a situation to happen suddenly, making him really a bit very difficult. As for whether or not Fury calculated him from this matter, he didn't really understand all this. Because for so many years Uchiha Madara is really very clear in his heart that he has never offended anyone, and I don't know why he suddenly found someone who was plotting against him. Now Uchiha Madara is completely ignorant of this matter, why is there such a result? Now he doesn't need to worry about this matter, it doesn't make any sense to him. Now, the aircraft carrier has been destroyed by Agent Patton, but there is really no way to fix it. It seems that this matter has a direct relationship with them, and they also have an inescapable responsibility. Now Uchiha Madara is very clear in his heart that all this is caused by Fury's Agent Patton, otherwise this situation would not have happened. And now there is really no way for them to fix this situation. After all, they don't know anything about the system of this aircraft carrier, and they don't have the ability to repair him completely. Now Uchiha Madara feels that he is really a little dizzy, as if he is really a little awake, and the things in front of him really make him have no clue. I don't know how to deal with the matter, after all, this matter was really sudden for him, and he couldn't put everything on Tony. 3 After all, his ability is limited, and he can't fully understand the system of this aircraft carrier. Now Uchiha Madara is really having a headache about this matter. If it is not repaired quickly, everyone's life will be in danger, he said to Tony. Advertisement, you don't need to blame yourself for this matter. After all, it's the responsibility of one person. Now everyone has to figure out a way to do this together. Otherwise, everyone will definitely encounter a lot of trouble this time. Don't worry, I'm also trying my best to find a way to fix it, otherwise everyone will definitely have no way to escape. Now there is no need to be emotional about this matter, because now is really not the time to care. I'm really worried about Uchiha Madara, because this matter is really very self-blame, in fact, he doesn't need to blame it all on his own head. After all, this matter has a direct relationship with the Hulk, otherwise he wouldn't have escaped like this. It seemed that he really felt that he did not do well in this matter, otherwise he would not have acted like this. Now Uchiha Madara's only hope has been shattered, he really has no more ideas, what he thinks has nothing to do with him, so why can't he see him in a hurry? Could it be because of this incident that Fury was completely frightened? Otherwise, how could he sit there stupidly and not hear what others said? As for this matter, Fury really has an inescapable responsibility, doesn't he blame himself at all? In fact, at this time, Uchiha Madara really wanted to reason with Fury about this matter. Why did he do it? How good is this matter for him? Uchiha Madara must find out, otherwise he is really uncomfortable and this matter affects his punishment. He also doesn't want to make this matter so bad that he really has no way to be promoted in the future. At this time, when Uchiha Madara saw Fury's expression, she was very angry and she wanted to tear him to pieces and tell him. What you did has a great impact on me. I really didn't think that you are really selfish and don't think about the consequences at all. What you do is really hurting me. Terrible. 99. So I really didn't want to take revenge on you deliberately. This thing has already happened. Is there any way I can change this fact? No matter how much you complain to me now, it doesn't make any sense. Why don't you think of a way to let us how to escape? Advertisement seeing all this happening in front of him is really disheartening, but he can't just go on like this, he must come up with a foolproof plan to let everyone escape from this aircraft carrier. 0. For flowers. This is really very important to him. Tony is really attentive to this matter. He can feel that he is not in a hurry when he encounters something, and he faces it bravely.
I have never found Tony to be such a kind person. No matter what happened, he never said a single word of complaint in front of Uchiha Madara.
It made Uchiha Madara really happy. As for what the consequences of this incident will be, no one can predict. At this moment, Uchiha Madara could feel that Fury really regretted this incident. But there is no way to make up for all this, and he doesn't know that this matter must be calculated by the Hulk. Therefore, Fury did not expect that he would make such a mistake, and it was really a very incompetent performance for him. Thinking of this Hulk, he hated him very much and felt that he was a bit too much. How could he count on him like this? After all, they had an agreement. No matter what happened, he had to ensure Fury's safety, but from this point of view, Fury was really tricked by the Hulk. Otherwise he wouldn't end up like this, he said. Now that you have fallen into such an end, you really deserved what you deserved. It seems that what you have done in this matter is really a bit too much, otherwise there will be no such retribution, and now you have no hope at all, and there is no one to rescue you. I have arranged the previous matters very carefully. It is impossible for this situation to suddenly occur. It seems that I was also betrayed by someone. That person must be the Hulk. He is simply too damn it. I caught him. Time will surely not spare him. 35. Now Fury feels that it really doesn't make any sense to say this, and the life and death that should happen have already happened in front of him. Now he really doesn't need to blame anyone for his fault. He blames himself for being negligent about this matter, otherwise he wouldn't be exploited by this Hulk. Chapter 374. Life hangs on the line, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 374. Uchiha Madara was really unwilling to see what happened in front of him. He felt that he really shouldn't hang his life like this. Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara was really depressed. Although what happened today was caused by his carelessness, otherwise such a situation would not be possible for this aircraft carrier.
Now Uchiha Madara is really remorseful in her heart, but doing this is really not helpful. Uchiha Madara should cheer up and think about how to deal with it next. At the very least, we must solve the difficulty in front of us, so that everyone can escape with the fortune. Now he doesn't know that Steve doesn't even know about this. He will definitely be furious with him and feel that he made this thing so badly. 593, so early.
Because Uchiha Madara knew very well that Steve had too much trust in him, otherwise he couldn't put such an important matter in his hands. Now that the aircraft carrier has become what it is today, Uchiha Madara really has no way to explain this to Steve.
It seems that the matter of the aircraft carrier will be concealed for a while, and Steve will never know about it.
In that case, Uchiha Madara will definitely have no face in front of him, and he will not gain Steve's trust in the future. This matter is really not a trivial matter. How long can it be concealed? After all, Steve is a very powerful person, and this matter will soon spread to his ears. Now Uchiha Madara really doesn't know how to hide this matter, although there has never been any conflict between them. Advertisement. This is why Steve really recognizes Uchiha Madara very much. He thinks that he is really reliable in what he does, otherwise he would not have given this very important task to him. Because he knew very well that Uchiha Madara was really very capable, and he never let him down. This time, he was the only one who could do it, and Steve would never trust anyone else. Uchiha Madara didn't think that this time, this mission would really make Steve disappointed with him. As for this situation, Uchiha Madara really had no way to restore it, and could only take it step by step. Try to delay as much as possible, and don't want Steve to know about it so early. It seems that this time the punishment will definitely not escape. Because Steve is really very strict, he will never take care of anyone's mistakes, and now Uchiha Madara is really frightened and said to Tony. It seems that this time I really can't escape recently. I don't know how to explain the aircraft carrier in front of Steve. I didn't expect to screw this up all of a sudden. I really don't know how about facing him. If you know I've made things like this, you won't spare me. How long do you think this matter can be concealed? Someone will definitely pass this matter to his ears. In that case we really have no way to escape this matter. It seems that the two of us still have a good idea of how to do it. Solve the problem at hand. Now Uchiha Madara really has nothing to do with the situation in front of him. He is really disappointed. He doesn't know how things could get so bad. Now that I think about it, I am really negligent, and I really have no precautions for the people around me. Otherwise, they will not be calculated by them like this. Because for so many years, when Uchiha Madara used people, he was suspicious and did not use people. Now Uchiha Madara really has no way to blame anyone for this matter. It's just his own fault. No matter what, he has to make up for his own mistakes. No matter what, I saved my face in front of Steve, otherwise I don't know how to face him. So Uchiha Madara feels that he is really vulnerable now, and he really has no clue about this matter. And he doesn't know anyone who can help him solve this difficulty at the moment. It's really disappointing for him now. Advertisement. Because Uchiha Madara has been thinking about Ban-na all the time. I don't know if he has returned to a safe place. This person is Uchiha Madara's capable man and has been with him for many years. Because of his family affairs this time, he did not accompany Uchiha Madara, which made Uchiha Madara really miss. Because Uchiha Madara thinks that Ban-na is really very capable and very professional in mechanical matters. If he is by his side, he may be able to help him through this difficult time. Now he and Ban-na really have no way to contact them. After all, they are so far away that any signal from Uchiha Madara on the aircraft carrier has disappeared. He has been unable to contact anyone about this matter, which really made Uchiha Madara very sad, and did not think that things were much more difficult than he imagined. I don't know how Ban-na handled the family affairs this time. If he can rush over, it will be very beneficial to him. Now Uchiha Madara really can't count on anyone. He must think of a foolproof plan, otherwise he really can't escape this disaster, and this time he really doesn't want Fury to see his joke. If it wasn't for his calculations in the middle, such a mistake would not have occurred, so he also knew very well that Fury had done a very bad job this time. Sitting there all the time without saying a word, he didn't know if he could leave the aircraft carrier safely, and said to him, "This matter is all thanks to you, otherwise none of us would have been able to suffer such a catastrophe. Don't you want to reflect on your own faults in 1.1? It really hurt us all. Now we should figure out a way to fix this. I'm really powerless now. I really don't know anything about this mechanical thing. Don't forget the responsibility of this matter on my head. You can make me a commander. You ask me to fix something mechanical. I really can't do it. 55. I really didn't expect that Fury would have no sense of crisis in this matter, as if this matter had nothing to do with him. I really don't know what he was thinking in his heart, and whether he wanted to escape.
Now I feel that Fury is really very scared, shrinking into a ball there. What kind of problems can be solved by doing this?
Chapter 375 Vulnerable, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 375 Now Uchiha Madara is very clear in his heart that the hope of them escaping is really slim. After all, it is in the middle of the sea, and now all the glimmer of hope has been lost. Moreover, the trouble this time really has nothing to do with his superiors, and now he really has no way to repair these signals.
If these signals are not completely repaired, the superiors will definitely not find out where they are. Now Uchiha Madara also feels that he is really in danger, and he does not know if he can escape this disaster.
Now seeing that Tony has been working hard to repair this system, I know that he is really anxious, otherwise he would not have worked so hard to maintain it. If the signal lights can be repaired sooner, everyone can ask for help. Otherwise, everyone really has no hope at all, because no one will find out that they're here. The communication method between U05 Zebo Madara and the superior is mainly the signal light, and now the whole signal is off, so there is no way to get in touch.
Last time at this critical time, Agent Patton didn't know where he went, and he seemed to have an attitude of not caring about this matter at all.
After all, he is really very professional in this area. Why not cooperate with Tony to repair it here? Is this thing really not a threat to them at all? They didn't take it seriously either?
It was this Agent Patton who had negotiated with Fury and did not want to interfere in Uchiha Madara's affairs.
Now Uchiha Madara feels that the matter between him and Fury is definitely not a matter of one person, but a problem of all of them. Now that everyone is in the same boat, there is no need to divide each other like this. Advertisement: if we don't help together, I really don't know if we will be able to get through this difficult time. Seeing Fury like this, Uchiha Madara was really angry in her heart, and she wanted to go up and kick him and tell him, "Are you hiding there watching my jokes? Why don't you let go of this matter at all? Don't it have anything to do with it? Now we are grasshoppers tied to a rope, and we all die together. Yes, you quickly cheer yourself up and cooperate with us to find a solution. What can I do? I really don't know anything about these aspects. Don't count on me. I'm really worried right now. I don't know if I can get out of here alive." At this time, Uchiha Madara thinks it's useful for Fury to be so worried. It's better to hurry up and find a way to get everyone out of this dangerous aircraft carrier quickly, otherwise everyone will encounter even more trouble. Knowing this, why did he do such a thing? It made everyone really have no way to escape.
Seeing Fury, Uchiha Madara was really annoyed. He felt that he was a little self-inflicted, and now he felt that this matter was really terrifying for him.
But when he did it at the time, why didn't he think about the consequences? He is really a poor person, and there must be something to hate. Now Uchiha Madara feels that he is not worthy of sympathy at all, and that he has suffered the consequences of his own accord. He should be punished properly, otherwise he really doesn't know where he is wrong. People like him are really smart and energetic, but what he does is really a bit unreasonable. Therefore, Uchiha Madara believes that if everyone does not work together on this matter, there will be no results. Now, with Uchiha Madara's ability alone, there is really no way to solve the current difficulties. And seeing Fury sitting there with an indifferent look, unwilling to help at all, is he really frightened and stupid? Or an innocent attitude towards this matter? It seems that this matter has nothing to do with him. If he didn't hit Uchiha Madara with such a ruthless hand in the first place, how could he have gotten into such a big trouble? Now I feel that this matter is really very dangerous for him, so Uchiha Madara wants to use this matter to scare him, otherwise he will never know where he is wrong. Advertisement: I really don't know what he was sitting there discussing with that patent agent. Did they really leave a way out for themselves? Otherwise, how could they not care about this matter at all? So Uchiha Madara was very suspicious of them and said to them, "The two of you were quietly discussing something there, sneaky. I think you guys seem to have some secrets. Is there anything else we can hide now? Everyone is really in trouble now. What's the matter? Do you two want to run away? The two of us don't have that much ability now, and now I really feel that this matter is very difficult, and we really have no way to solve it. I know that we must cooperate with you in this matter." It seemed that Fury knew the seriousness of the matter, otherwise he would not have spoken to Uchiha Madara in such a tone. Now Uchiha Madara shouldn't make it look like it's a mess, and doesn't want to create more conflicts between everyone, he told Tony. "I feel that now I know that he has done something wrong, so there is no need to scold him endlessly. Now I can't blame Fury. It's better that we all try to solve this problem one by one." Although Fury can't help much now, he also knows that he has done a very good job in this matter. No, it also made everyone suffer. But he already knew in his heart that he had done something wrong, otherwise he would not have sat there silently. Is it true that Fury didn't blame himself at all for this 593 incident? It seems that he did this as a matter of course, so Uchiha Madara didn't want to treat him with such an attitude. There is really no need to compete with Fury like this at this time, although he didn't say anything excessive. You were always too soft-hearted. What sympathy do you have for someone like him? If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been implicated by him, and we should let him have a good taste. Miserable. 99. Now that things have developed to the point where they can be managed, now everyone complaining about each other won't do anything, it can only dispel everyone's enthusiasm. Now that time has developed to such a serious level, Uchiha Madara has no need to treat Fury like this. After all, he was also calculated by the Hulk. Otherwise, he would not have ended up like this today.
Chapter 376. Advertisement. Chapter 376. Uchiha Madara will never trap himself because of this little thing. After all, he is also a very good student of Hero's Academy. He will never give up so easily. This is really an expression of incompetence for him.
When I handed this arduous task to him before, I felt that he was capable of doing it. I didn't expect such a situation to happen suddenly. For Uchiha Madara, it really felt a little overwhelming. After all, he has studied at Hero's Academy for so long, and he has learned a certain amount of kung fu no matter where he is, he feels that he has a place to be. But he would never have thought that in today's matter, he really had no choice at all. Does Uchiha Madara feel that this is a real challenge for him? Is it a challenge to his stamina?
Maybe this challenge was a workout for Uchiha Madara. Now Uchiha Madara really has nothing to do with what's going on in front of her.
But he would never give up so easily, that would really be no face at all. After all, he has always been very good at Hero's Academy, how could he not be competent for such a thing? Because when Uchiha Madara was in the Hero's Academy, everyone admired his ability and felt that he was a very good student, and he was excellent in all aspects. At this point, the dean of Hero's College really admired him and felt that he was really a student worthy of training. No matter where he is in the future, he will definitely be useful, so for students like him, the dean is very optimistic about him, and he has been working hard to cultivate him.
Advertisement. Uchiha Madara has always been a leader in Hero's Academy, and all the students admire him to the ground. Uchiha Madara is really very confident.
During his study at Hero's Academy, Uchiha Madara tried various trainings and in a short period of time, he was very qualified in all aspects, and his results were very good. This is obvious to all. This task is really very difficult for Uchiha Madara. He did not expect such an incident to occur, it is really very difficult for him. Uchiha Madara feels that there is really no way out, no matter what, he has to find every way to solve the difficulty in front of him, he said to Tony. It seems that this matter in front of me is really a challenge for me. No matter what, I will go all out to deal with it, and I will never give up halfway. This will make many people look down on him, after all he is a very good person, and he needs this face.
But when such a difficulty suddenly occurs in front of you, I don't think you will give up easily. This is really a sign of incompetence for you. Now everyone sees this matter in their eyes and wants to see it. Let's see how well you can handle this.
At this moment, Uchiha Madara felt that he was under a lot of pressure. After all, this matter was really difficult for him. And only through this matter can he be tested, and now he has no way to solve these difficulties in front of him. Although his abilities and qualifications were very good at Hero's Academy, this moment is really different from what he imagined.
Facing the difficulties in front of him, he is really at a loss.
But for this matter, Uchiha Madara will never give up easily, no matter what, he will not let those people laugh at him, he will definitely come up with a foolproof solution to this matter. Now he is very clear. There must be someone behind this matter, otherwise he would not have encountered such a situation. As for who was behind this incident, Uchiha Madara didn't have time to check it out. Now that such a serious thing has happened, and faced with great difficulties, now Uchiha Madara must try every means to deal with it. So Uchiha Madara felt that Fury was really hateful, but at this moment he felt really pitiful. Advertisement. I can feel the fear in his heart, knowing that he is really in danger now, and said to him. After all, this matter is your responsibility, you don't need to shirk it now, and now you are also in danger, and I don't need to compete with you like this, now we should try our best to do it, escape. Now I'm in the same trouble as you, and it's not something I can solve alone. Now you don't need to blame me like this. If you have time like this, it's better to think of other ways. There's no need to waste it on me, time. Now Uchiha Madara is very clear in his heart that this matter can't be solved even by blaming anyone, it is because he didn't verify it well before leaving, otherwise there would be no such sudden incident. Uchiha Madara didn't think that he was too good and would be envied by others and framed by others at the same time. Now this incident is the best proof. In fact, Uchiha Madara is really very clear about Fury's misdemeanor. Although Fury has been very jealous of him for so many years, he has always been looking for opportunities to frame him. You didn't grab me any handle, don't put this matter on me, if you do, I'll be rude to you, now we don't need to go, because this matter will conflict, now to resolve the matter at hand. After all, this matter has a direct cause with him, and Uchiha Madara also has an unshirkable responsibility. There is no need to blame Fury for this matter. Uchiha Madara is really unhappy in her heart. Is it really a mistake to be too outstanding? It seems that Fury has always been brooding about him, otherwise, Li Nujiao will not be here this kind of calculation behind his back, he said to him. Had he done better himself, there would have been no chance for Fury to take advantage of such a loophole. Backquote. I really don't know that you are such a kind of person, who always plays such ruthless hands behind your back, don't you think it's too much to do such a thing? We don't have much hope, do you have to go against me like this? Otherwise, there will be a big conflict between the two of them. Now Uchiha Madara has no need to compete with him like this. I think he is really too dirty. Chapter 377 Advertisement. Chapter 377 It seems that Uchiha Madara should take a good look at this matter. Where the problem is, he will never sit still like this. This matter must be made clear, otherwise he will really be blamed for the rest of his life. Because Uchiha Madara is really too simple-minded, he has never guarded against other people's psychology, otherwise he would not be suddenly attacked by such a plot.
After all, Uchiha Madara is too young and not so rich in social experience. He will always be careless when he does things, otherwise he will not. It was calculated by fury.
Therefore, Uchiha Madara is really not in a hurry when such a situation occurs suddenly. After all, it is the first time that he has experienced such a thing, and he must have no experience at all. In this case, for fury, he really has nothing to do. After all, he is really scheming, and it is too easy for a stinky boy like Uchiha Madara. Now Uchiha Madara feels that she is really being played by fury to applaud. There is really no way to do this. Is it that the skills she learned can't be used for the whole place? It was really messed up by fury. I didn't expect that what fury did was really a bit too much, it was simply unreasonable. 597 Uchiha Madara has no need to fight him like this for a scumbag like him, now he is in trouble. This is the end he deserves the most, and now Uchiha Madara doesn't need to blame him for this matter, after all, he is also in a predicament. Sometimes Tony thinks that Uchiha Madara is too soft-hearted, and there is no need to sympathize with fury. These are the consequences of fury's own suffering. People like him are really not worthy of pity. Advertisement now that this kind of thing happens, there is no need for Uchiha Madara to show off his power in front of fury. After all, fury is really hurt because of these things, and there is no need to scold him in such a situation. Tony really doesn't agree with Uchiha Madara doing this, he said to him. You really have to be decisive in doing things, there is no need to be sloppy, after all. Fury is really very sinister, you don't pay special attention to his thoughts, if he doesn't frame you like this, you don't either. It's going to be where it is today. Now that he's like this, what else can I do to him? AFBB, I can't just take advantage of others' danger, anyway, everyone is in the same boat, there's no need to compete with him like this. So in the end, Tony thinks that Uchiha Madara is always kind and not rewarded, and sometimes he really doesn't need to do it. On the contrary, he will make himself angry, if he can be cruel to fury, he will not encounter such troubles as today. In fact, Uchiha Madara's attitude towards fury made him very unhappy to know that he was really too much, and he never considered the consequences when he did things. And his attitude towards Tony has always been very rigid, otherwise he would not have deliberately calculated him here because of this incident. I really didn't expect that Fury really shot himself in the foot, and now he has ended up like this, and he didn't think that he would have to leave a way out for himself when he did anything. Otherwise, there is really no way for him to escape, since this matter has developed to this point. Now Uchiha Madara feels that there is no need to complain about each other, it is better for everyone to figure out how to get through this difficult time, otherwise they will definitely be trapped here, then everyone will be in trouble. I know that Tony is also very unhappy because of this matter, and I feel that he has done this a bit to think about Fury. People shouldn't condone him like this, and they must show him some color. Otherwise, he really doesn't know where he is wrong, and now Uchiha Madara feels that Fury is also very difficult. Advertisement. Now that he has fallen into such an end, there is really no need to make trouble with him. Seeing that Fury was sitting there without saying a word, he knew that he was really afraid of this matter, and said to him, "You are still responsible for this matter, don't you want to escape from here at all? Can you just sit here and wait for death? You should think carefully about this matter before you do it, and don't think it seems like something to us. Nothing happened. I really don't know anything about mechanics, so don't expect me to be of any help to you. Now I can only sit here and wait for my flight. Otherwise, what can I do? Pin your hopes on me. What's the use of chatting between them now? It's better for everyone to quickly find a way to solve this difficulty in front of them, otherwise everyone will be trapped here." Now his life is really hanging by a thread, but he doesn't want himself to sink into the sea like this, which is really very helpless to him. I really didn't expect that I would harm myself, and now I have no way to escape from here. The plan I made before was really very thorough. I don't know how this situation could have happened. Won't be stuck here either. Therefore, Fury thinks that what he has done is really hurting others and himself. Now he feels that he really can't do such a wrong thing again, which is really very unfavorable to himself. This is the best punishment for you. You really know what to do. I really didn't expect you to do such a despicable thing, and you even plot against me like this behind your back. Otherwise, I wouldn't have encountered such a thing. Big trouble, are you testing my patience? Now he has also encountered great difficulties. I don't know if he can escape this time. Now Fury is really scared, and said to Uchiha Madara. I really didn't expect that Fury really couldn't play any role at the critical moment. Sitting here like a waste person, he couldn't help them at all. It seems that he can only command, and there is really no way for him to do other things. So Fury thinks it is really a bit too much, at least he is also implicated, and now he really has no way to escape. Now Uchiha Madara is really disappointed with Fury. Could it be that he has such great ability when he framed himself? Now I feel that he really has nothing to do. Chapter 378 Advertisement Chapter 378 Now Uchiha Madara really hates himself when he sees Fury like this, but what can he do to him at this moment? Seeing that he is also in danger now, he can't be too much to him. Sometimes he thinks that he has never been to anyone before. Why did he suddenly suffer from such a thing? He didn't even think about it clearly, and he would be attacked by someone else. Calculate. For so many years, Uchiha Madara has never been defensive about anyone, but this time it really touched him a lot. If he could manage himself, he wouldn't be caught and controlled by others. Now Uchiha Madara really has no way to deal with this matter, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. Seeing Fury's dejected look, as if this matter had nothing to do with him at all, is it true that he has not received any conscience for such a matter? And he was still sitting there unharmed, really don't know what he was thinking in his heart. At this moment, Uchiha Madara was really a little speechless for fury. He didn't know how to teach him a lesson. Seeing him sitting there pitifully, Uchiha Madara couldn't bear to reprimand him like this. Really poor people, there must be something hateful, and when things happened, Uchiha Madara was really very angry. I didn't expect that I would sympathize with him. After all, Uchiha Madara's sense of responsibility is really very kind, and he can't see others being hurt a little. Now Uchiha Madara is really helpless to people like Fury, and doesn't want to have any conflict with him.
The most important thing now is to solve the problem of everyone's escape, and the rest of the other things will be solved later.
At this time, everyone was busy on this aircraft carrier, and only Fury sat there motionless, as if he was really frightened by what happened in front of him, and said to him, I really didn't expect a person like you, who can't stand a little bit of ups and downs like this. How can you do anything big? I really underestimate you a little bit. Very powerful, an amazing person, and now it seems that you are really nothing.
Advertisement. I didn't expect the things I did before to get to such a bad point, otherwise I wouldn't have implicated myself into what I am today, and now I am really very guilty, and I don't know how to deal with this. Questionable.
Uchiha Madara didn't think that a person like him would feel guilty. Uchiha Madara really couldn't imagine what kind of person he was.
Otherwise, I don't want to compete with him because of this matter. After all, everyone is on the same aircraft carrier. The difficulties encountered now are really urgent, and this matter should be dealt with right now.
Otherwise, everyone will not have a chance to escape from here, so Uchiha Madara now thinks that it is not time to care about things, so let's wait until he escapes this disaster and then settle accounts with him.
Otherwise, Uchiha Madara really couldn't get over this hurdle in his heart. After all, he really made a mistake this time.
I don't know how to explain it to my superiors, so this time Uchiha Madara will definitely pay a heavy price and will definitely be severely punished. Uchiha Madara doesn't even want to worry about it anymore, since things have happened and regrets are useless.
Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara is really very sad. How could such a serious thing happen to him all of a sudden?
It makes Uchiha Madara feel that it is really unreasonable. He has really tried his best to do everything for so many years. It is impossible for such unfortunate things to happen to him. Although I saw that Tony was doing his best to repair the system on this aircraft carrier, after all, this little man has limited ability and can't let him do everything well. In that case, it is really difficult for him to be a strong man, and now it is the most critical time to see a person's character. So at this moment, he thinks that Tony is really loyal to him, and he will be by his side no matter what happens. Uchiha Madara is really gratified for such a subordinate. I really don't know what Fury was thinking at this moment. Why didn't he find Agent Patton?
Let him and Tony work together to repair the aircraft carrier. Does this matter really have nothing to do with him? He doesn't want to solve these difficulties at all.
Advertisement still sitting there with his head down, he didn't think about it at all. In fact, Uchiha Madara said to him very angrily when he saw him so sluggish. 0. For flowers. Your heart is really too big, as if this matter has nothing to do with you at all. After all, we are facing very difficult things now. You should help us find a way together. At least take this patent. The agent found it and asked him to help. I really have no mood at all for this matter. This matter is about to crush me. Now I really don't know if I can escape from here. Where can I find Agent Patton? What about this person? Sometimes Uchiha Madara thinks that Fury is really unreasonable. Why does this matter seem not to be caused by his actions? How can you just sit there and ignore it? This makes Uchiha Madara really incomprehensible. Don't think about it too badly. Maybe there will be a chance. Now things are not as serious as you think, so you don't need to worry about it. Maybe there is no way out? Let us escape from here? This incident happened a little too suddenly and caught us off guard. Now we have no better way to escape from here, but we can't just sit here and wait to die. Since everyone is trying to reject the immediate difficulties, it seems that there is still hope for this matter. Before, Uchiha Madara felt that what he saw seemed to be a deserted island. Now Uchiha Madara feels that this matter has not reached such a bad point, so don't think about the bad. Now what kind of problems can he solve? After all, the current situation is really very difficult for him. In fact, at this moment, Uchiha Madara also knew very well what caused all this, and now he has no time to investigate the full cause and consequences of this matter. As for this matter, Uchiha Madara was really confused and didn't know how to deal with this matter, he said to Tony. So no matter what, he will solve this matter and let everyone escape this disaster. But it was really a fantasy for him. I don't know if he has ever met B. Chapter 379 Advertisement Chapter 379 Now Uchiha Madara feels that she is really in danger. I don't know if I can survive this time. What happened now is very urgent. If there is no way to think of it, it will fall into the sea with this aircraft carrier. All this is really a bit too scary for Uchiha Madara, and he didn't expect things to get so serious. I really don't know who caused all this, and now he doesn't need to investigate the cause of it. There will always be a solution to everything, and now Uchiha Madara has no need to worry about it. Seeing that Tony is busy here, I know that he is really trying to figure out a way. After all, he is his subordinate, and he does everything very seriously. Without him by his side, 597, Uchiha Madara really didn't know how to solve this matter. In fact, there is no need for Uchiha Madara to blame Fury for this matter. After all, he is facing a big predicament this time. Otherwise, he wouldn't be scared like this. Seeing him in this state, Uchiha Madara really couldn't bear it, and he didn't want to hold him accountable, so he could only find a way to escape from here. It is also very clear in my heart that the matter is the result of Fury's self-inflicted suffering, otherwise he would not have encountered such great difficulties. Now he must be very regretful in his heart. He shouldn't have done such a thing at the beginning, but now he is really involved, and there is no way to escape from here. Now his heart is more anxious to escape than anyone else. Thinking of this, Uchiha Madara felt that he was really negligent this time. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made such a low-level mistake. Now that he thinks about it, he really regrets it in his heart. Why did he do things so carelessly, which would allow those who were scheming to take advantage of it?
At this time, he saw that Tony was really attentive in maintaining the aircraft carrier's system, and said to him,
Advertisement: this video may soon be banned. Watch before it's deleted. Quantum code. Do you think we really still have a ray of hope now? Otherwise, you wouldn't have tried to fix things here. I know what you are doing, and most seriously, I know that you have been to me for so many years. Loyal and loyal, no matter what happens, he will be by my side. For this matter, you really don't need to be so worried. Since this matter happened to us, we have no way to stop it, we can only face it boldly, otherwise there is no way to do it.
But he didn't think that Tony's mentality was really good, and he would come to persuade him when such a thing happened.
Let Uchiha Madara get a little comfort in his heart, otherwise he would be really overwhelmed. After all, this incident was really sudden for him, and he had no way to stop it from happening.
Because he knew very well in his heart that all this was caused by him. As for this matter, Uchiha Madara has an inescapable responsibility, and he really has no way to explain it to his superiors.
Now I don't know if this matter can be passed on to the superiors. If it is passed on, he really doesn't have the face to see them. But the matter has developed to this point, it seems that it is impossible to hide it. If it is known by one's superiors, the punishment this time will definitely not be avoided. Now that Uchiha Madara thinks about it, he really can't care about that much. Now the most important thing is whether he can escape this disaster, and other things really don't care about him at all. He didn't have any more energy to think about it. Now that any signal has ceased for him, he really doesn't need to be bothered by these things.
The director Huang he saw just now was really an illusion to him. Did he just have this illusion because he was anxious?
Now Uchiha Madara really doesn't know if there is something wrong with his brain, or if his eyes are wrong. This is probably because this matter is really very tricky, which makes him really a little fanciful. It seems that his desire to survive is really very strong, otherwise he would not have such an illusion. Advertisement: the hope at this point was suddenly wiped out, and now Uchiha Madara doesn't know if he can really encounter a deserted island and be able to rescue them completely. Now they can't find any life-saving tools on this aircraft carrier at all. How could he never have imagined that these life-saving tools would be so hidden? How could they suddenly be found? Could it have been thrown into the sea by this Hulk? Otherwise, it is impossible to find Zero all the time. Uchiha Madara can't refuse him without doubt. After all, he is really a very special person. The despicable do things really unscrupulous. He will not be merciful to anyone, and people like him will definitely do such a thing, and will definitely not leave a way out for everyone.
Fury should be very clear. He should tell him about this, and tell him.
Now Uchiha Madara thinks that Fury is in a hurry. What did he do earlier? If it wasn't for him to make things like this, everyone would not have encountered such a big trouble. It seems that he really has no sympathy at all, and he is really self-inflicted and said to him, "Don't look at my jokes here. Do you think I'm not embarrassed enough now? You are still in the mood to joke about me here. Why don't we hurry up and find a way to solve our current difficulties? Otherwise we will all sink into the sea with the aircraft carrier of. Otherwise, it would be impossible to get to the point where he is today. It seems that he is really asking for trouble. I left a way out for myself, so what can I do? Now this plan is completely out of control. It is out of my control. I really have nothing to do with this plan, and now I give myself to myself. Caught in. It seems that he is really too vicious in 1.1, and he never leaves a way out for himself when he does things. Does he really have no guilt at all for such a thing? You brought this matter on your own, otherwise you wouldn't be able to be involved. When you do things, don't you leave yourself a way out? Seeing how things have turned out today, is there really no responsibility at all? I really didn't expect you to be too simple-minded. You dare to use a person like the Hulk, but you didn't expect to get yourself into it. It seems that this time you really made a mistake and moved it. Stones hit themselves in the foot. Chapter 380: Add fuel to the fire, for automatic subscription. Advertisement: Chapter 380: Adding fuel to the fire. At this time, Tony thinks that Uchiha Madara is really unnecessary, because Fury's affairs are tangled here, but it makes his emotions very bad. People like him let him fend for themselves. No matter what, Uchiha Madara will feel that he is also a living human being. How can he ignore his feelings like this? Uchiha Madara can't do such a thing. No matter what Tony says, he won't care what Tony said, and he must also rescue Fury. Although he has done many wrong things before, there is no need for Uchiha Madara to bother with him like this. Because Uchiha Madara believes that everyone makes mistakes, and it is impossible for everyone to be perfect. So there is no need to fight against Fury because of this little thing, and now he can also feel that Fury is really in pain right now. All these things were caused by him, and he did not expect such serious consequences. Before, he had done the whole plan very carefully. But I didn't expect that there was a mistake in the middle of the road, otherwise he wouldn't be able to cause such an end today. Such a thing is already uncomfortable enough for him, and Uchiha Madara has no need to add fuel to the fire. In any case, Uchiha Madara would not have done such an outrageous thing, and would have felt a little bit of a risk. After all, Fury is also threatened now, and there is no need for him to embarrass Fury because of this. After all, everyone is now trying to find a way to escape from this place. There is no need to have any conflict with Fury because of this matter. I feel that there is really no reason.
In fact, for this matter, Uchiha Madara did not mean to blame Fury. After all, he has a decisive role in this matter.
Although things have reached the point of being out of control, but now blaming anyone, there is really no way to solve it, he said to Fury. Advertisement, I hope you can cheer yourself up, and don't look so tired because of this little thing. In fact, everyone doesn't want to see your attitude. It's better to find a way to escape from here with us. I am really very guilty about this matter. If it wasn't my fault, everyone would not have been implicated by me like this. Now I really want to help you get through this difficult time, but now I am this situation is really ignorant.
In fact, at this moment Uchiha Madara can also feel that Fury really sincerely apologized to him.
Although his fault this time has caused him a lot of losses, it is impossible for Uchiha Madara to care about him because of this matter. Although he framed himself and also implicated himself in it, now that he has fallen into a predicament, there is no need to run against him like this. Tony's idea, Uchiha Madara is also very clear in his heart, and feels that there is no need to treat Fury like this. After all, this matter was caused by him alone, and he should be allowed to bear the consequences. Why should he be like him? How are you? I really don't know what Uchiha Madara is thinking, there is no need to treat him like this for someone like him. Seeing Fury's dejected look, Uchiha Madara couldn't bear to oppose him, even though he was responsible for this matter. But Uchiha Madara was also negligent, otherwise it would not have caused such consequences. Now Uchiha Madara can't blame others for everything, and he also has a certain responsibility. Tony didn't think that Uchiha Madara is really too much love, why shouldn't you care about this matter with Fury? After all, it was his reason that led to such an out-of-control situation today. Does he really want to let go of Fury like this? Sometimes Tony finds that Uchiha Madara is really ignorant. Why is it necessary to protect him like this for such a wicked person? Tony really doesn't understand. It seems that all this happened was caused by Fury alone, so let him bear it all alone. There is no need for everyone to be so worried about him, and said to him. Advertisement, you didn't expect things to get so bad, right? At the same time, you are also implicated in yourself. This is the end of your own self-inflicted fate. Now everyone really has no way to pity you, and think you are really a person.
It's a bit too mean to do such a thing, curving people like Uchiha Madara. 5.
I know that you were really sad about what I did wrong now, but if you count it like this, how much of a role can I play? Now you really don't need to waste all this time on me, now I am really a sinner, no matter how I treat me, I will not refute it. At this time, Tony was very angry when he saw Fury, and felt that he was really going too far. Why didn't he leave a way out for himself when he was doing things? On the contrary, he made himself into such a miserable appearance today. It seems that he is really not thinking too much. When he does things, he seems to be very impulsive. Otherwise, he would not have become the way he is today. For this matter, don't be too impatient, I will definitely come up with a foolproof plan, otherwise everyone will be trapped here. This kind of thing is really a bit too scary for us. I hope everyone will encounter such difficulties. After all, it is not only his business here, there are so many people on this aircraft carrier, and he still has the responsibility to bring everyone out of this place. After all, his ability is really very powerful, and he will have a solution to anything. Because Tony knew very well that Uchiha Madara was in danger this time, and he didn't know how to deal with the current situation, but he believed that Uchiha Madara would definitely have this ability. Everything was within Uchiha Madara's expectations, and he didn't mention that such a thing would happen suddenly. There is really no need for Tony to be skeptical about Uchiha Madara's ability to Uchiha Madara. Now Uchiha Madara really doesn't have any preparation for 597, the current situation is really very difficult for him, but he will not give up easily. It seems that I really can't do anything about this matter. Let's see if you can think of other ways to let us escape from here. If we don't hurry up now, we really don't know if we can get out of here alive. This time, Uchiha Madara will not be stumped, and everyone will believe in his ability, he said to Uchiha Madara. Chapter 381 Take advantage of the danger of others, please subscribe automatically. Advertisement Chapter 381 To what extent this matter can be handled, Uchiha Madara is not sure now. After all, he has experienced these things for the first time, and he has no experience. But he will definitely find a way to lead everyone and escape from here. At this moment, Uchiha Madara feels that there is really no way out, and it is impossible to easily put his life on the line. Hyundai Uchiha Madara is really confused about this, but he won't let it go easily. Now here not only is his life in danger, but there are so many people here waiting for his news, he will definitely not let everyone down. This is very clear in Uchiha Madara's heart, and everyone places all their hopes on him. But this time he didn't know if he could successfully get out of here, and now he really has no clue about this matter. The bad guy Hulk can't be found anywhere now. I really don't know where he escaped to. I really didn't expect him and Fury to be blinded by him, since what he does is so seamless. Therefore, he would definitely leave a way out for himself, otherwise he would not have escaped without a trace like this. Now he and Fury are really underestimating the Hulk, and they didn't expect that he is so powerful that there is a way to escape from here. Thinking about this matter is really incredible. How can you be so negligent about this matter? Otherwise, the Hulk cannot be allowed to take advantage of him, and there is really no way to catch this person now. If caught, he will definitely be divided into 5 horses. Uchiha Madara really hates this person very much. He thinks that he is a bit too cruel and does things too much. Advertisement Does Fury still have a little sympathy for the Hulk? No matter what Uchiha Madara says here about the Hulk, he seems to have always been indifferent to him. Why didn't you intervene at all when I said the Hulk? I feel like this matter has nothing to do with you at all. I don't know what your attitude towards this person is. How could you be easily deceived by him? Woolen cloth. He was sent by his superiors to work with me, and I didn't expect him to be in such a situation. If I had thought about it in advance, I wouldn't let him easily calculate. What's the use of talking about these things now? Why not? Let's find a way to solve the current difficulties. It seems that you have also been deceived by him in this matter, otherwise you would not have been able to end up like this today. It seems that the agreement between you is really a bit miscalculated, otherwise you can't have it all the time. Someone to meet you. Only seeing Fury's miserable side, Uchiha Madara didn't need to say some excessive words to stimulate him. It seems that all these things can't be done by Fury's ideas. After all, it was an order from his superiors, and he really had no way of rejecting the Hulk's request. It seemed that this matter was not caused by him alone. So there is no need for Uchiha Madara to put this matter on Fury's head. It seems that he is also helpless and very innocent about this matter. Although there had been a lot of conflict between him and Fury, he had not completely figured out this matter, otherwise he would not have blamed Fury for this matter. It seems that Fury is really it's not easy. After all, it was the order given to him by the superior, and he could not disobey, so he would be completely calculated by the Hulk. So at this moment Uchiha Madara thinks that Fury is really aggrieved, otherwise he would not be able to sit there without saying a word. Knowing that he was very helpless about this matter, he told him. It seems that I have a little understanding of your matter, and I can't blame you for this matter. After all, you are half responsible for this matter, but all measures are based on this what the Hulk caused. If I catch him, he will definitely not be cleared by him. 5. I didn't think that the Hulk sent by the superiors was such a person, otherwise I would be more vigilant about him. After all, it was sent by the superiors, and I didn't need to distrust him, nor did I think he was half-hearted. Mistakes like this can happen on the road. Advertisement. I really didn't expect Uchiha Madara to be deceived by these people this time, otherwise he wouldn't fall into such an uncontrollable end. Now he is really desperate. I don't know if anyone can come to pick him up. I really don't know that the Hulk suddenly escaped like this. It is really very depressed for Fury.
I really didn't think that Fury would be responsible for harming others and himself, and eventually he would kill himself. It seems that he didn't expect this matter. The consequences would be such a serious end.
He definitely believed that his superiors would definitely send someone to receive him. No matter what, this mission was really very important to him, and it was impossible for his superiors to ignore him. But now Fury is really very conscious in his heart, and he can feel that he really made a mistake in this matter. Backquote. Now I know that although this matter has something to do with you, I can't blame it all on you. It would be really unfair for you to do that. After all, the matter has its own relationship with the Hulk, Lee Nujiao. The two of us were really completely calculated by him. All things seem to be really an illusion, but this matter must be manipulated by someone behind the scenes, otherwise everyone would not have fallen into the situation there today. Otherwise, the superior would not blame him for this matter. Now he is really helpless about this matter, and he doesn't know how to make up for his fault. Now Uchiha Madara thinks that there is no need for everyone to blame each other for this matter, and it seems that everyone's current difficulties must be solved, otherwise everyone really does not know if anyone has escaped from here. I didn't expect that the Hulk would take advantage of the opportunity to replace that person on the way. Now he is a person who does all kinds of evil. It seems that he really succeeded in this matter, otherwise he would not disappear like this without a trace. He didn't expect to frame Uchiha Madara like this, and now Uchiha Madara has a little bit of understanding of this matter and said to him. Is it impossible for him to let this person go unpunished, and he must be severely punished? At this time, there is no need for Uchiha Madara to scold Fury here. After all, this matter was not caused by him alone. Now Uchiha Madara wants to find out this person behind the scenes, otherwise everyone will be kept in the dark about this matter. Chapter 382 Powerless, for automatic subscription. Advertisement. Chapter 382 Powerless. Now Uchiha Madara feels that he is really powerless at this moment, but he cannot ignore the current situation. No matter what, he won't let go easily. At least there is Tony here to accompany him. He will feel a kind of comfort at this moment. Because Uchiha Madara is very clear in his heart that things have become very complicated now, and he is really very afraid in his heart, and he doesn't know if he can handle this matter. But he won't leave everyone here. He has to think about everything from a long-term perspective, and he can't just give up so easily. In that case, he feels that he is really irresponsible. After all, Tony has been with him for so many years, and he has reasons to protect his safety, and he will never let these predicaments frighten Tony. Uchiha Madara is really a little embarrassed now that all the things. I know that he is very emotional, and I don't know if he can handle it. Today's emergency situation is really very difficult for him, and now Uchiha Madara knows very well how many people are watching his jokes behind his back. After all, he was really good at Hero's Academy, and now this task is really very important to him, and he didn't expect things to come to him by surprise. This time, it was really a challenge for him to come to 597. The dean of the academy really trusted him very much, and it was impossible for him to make this matter as bad as it is today. In that case, he really had no way to face the dean. Although Uchiha Madara faced such a serious crisis, he never gave up easily. After all, he had already promised the dean that this matter must be completed smoothly. Advertisement. But now he feels that he has really missed a bit. He doesn't know how to explain it to the dean. No matter what, he will try his best to make up for this incident, and he will never let this matter affect his reputation. Delayed.
At this time, Uchiha Madara felt that his heart was also in a mess, because this incident came so suddenly that he was really caught off guard, and said to Tony.
You know, this task is really very important to me, and it is the dean who really trusts me very much, and entrusted this task to me. I didn't expect it would freeze like this today. It's just too bad. No matter what, you must help me complete this mission. Don't worry, with me by your side, everything can be solved. At least the two of us are very strong, and it is impossible for the students to laugh at you. Now this matters for us both. It's a really big challenge, but we're not going to let it go like that. Now the moment the two of them are standing on the aircraft carrier, they are really very scared. They don't know if they can handle this urgent problem. It's time for them to test them. But they have never experienced such a thing. It is really very difficult for them.
It seems that this matter is really a little powerless for Uchiha Madara, and it has made him devastated, and he is not in the mood to think about the Hulk thing.
Although he didn't catch the Hulk himself, he knew that this matter had something to do with him, because he was really too sinister and cunning. Otherwise, the situation today would not have happened. For Uchiha Madara, it was really a bit of a mistake. He has never made such a low-level mistake. I really don't know which link has gone wrong. As consequence. For him, the loss is really very serious, and he has no way to explain it to the Dean, AFBB. Sometimes Uchiha Madara feels really a little helpless. After all, he was a really good student at Hero's Academy. But his experience is really too little, just some theoretical things, but when he actually uses it, he feels that he is a little difficult to deal with. Advertisements of this mission is really a challenge for him, and he doesn't know if he can successfully complete this mission. At least he won't let the students make fun of him. Because of this previous mission, he has made a very careful plan, and it is absolutely impossible for any mistakes to occur, but he does not know who is behind the scenes. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been framed into what he is today, and now Uchiha Madara is really speechless and doesn't know who to explain all this to.
Seeing fury like this, Uchiha Madara really hated him very much in his heart. It was not possible for him to make such a mistake suddenly in the middle, and he said to him. Hearing Uchiha Madara say this, knowing that his abilities are limited, he can't blame everything on him.
It seems that this matter still needs Fury to help. Try his best to let him find Agent Patton and help everyone solve the current situation. Actually, for this mission, you really have an inescapable responsibility. Although I didn't catch your handle, this matter must have something to do with you. No matter how much you argue, I won't believe everything you say. In a word, no matter what, you've made me miserable.
You know, I have always been studying the system on the aircraft carrier, but I have never understood it. After all, this thing is really too complicated, and there is really no way to fix it with my own ability. Now you see, let's see if I can find this Agent Patton to help me repair it.
Now Uchiha Madara is also very clear in his heart. What is the use of doing this now? After all, there is still such a problem to be solved at the moment, he said to Tony. I've not only hurt you alone, but I've also caused myself to end like this today. I really did it myself, and I didn't expect things to end up like this today. Otherwise I can't be framed by this Hulk either. 9. Now everyone is really in danger. If they don't leave, they will definitely sink into the sea with this aircraft carrier. Because Uchiha Madara is very clear in his heart, accusing Fury now is really not a solution to the problem. It is better for everyone to find a solution together. Otherwise, I really don't know when I will be able to leave this aircraft carrier. I know that you have a lot of ideas. See if there is any good way to escape us from here. Otherwise we will all be trapped here. Now the time is really for us. It is very urgent, and we have no way to delay it like this. Chapter 383 Difficult to deal with, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 383 At this time, Uchiha Madara saw that Fury's attitude was a bit too much. Why he has always been in a calm state for the current situation. Did he really leave a way out for himself? Otherwise, he wouldn't be as calm as he is today. All things are not within the scope of Uchiha Madara's expectations, otherwise he will not feel that this matter is really very difficult, and it is also a kind of crisis for him. Although his Hero's Academy was excellent in every aspect, it was the first time for him to experience such a thing, and he really didn't have any experience. Now is the biggest test for him. No matter what, he must have an explanation for his superiors, and he will never lose his face. I really don't know where this Agent Patton went. How come he has never been seen? After all, he is very professional in mechanical matters. If he can help, he may be able to repair the aircraft carrier system quickly. Now it's really a bit too difficult for Tony alone. After all, his business is really very unskilled. Compared with Agent Patton, the difference is really too big. What just happened was really embarrassing for Tony. After all, Tony was really unskilled in this kind of business. Now Uchiha Madara feels that he is a bit of a strong man and should not let Tony take on everything, but Tony really has no opinion on what he does. He has always obeyed his orders. It seems that Agent Patton's whereabouts must be clear to Fury, otherwise he would not be able to sit here and watch, and said to him. Advertisement, don't you really want to solve the difficulty in front of you now? You quickly help me find Agent Patton and help Tony to repair the aircraft carrier system, otherwise all of us are really hanging by a thread. What I said, you listened, don't put garlic in there for me. I've been looking for him, but I haven't seen him, and I don't know where he went. Could this have something to do with him? It's impossible, after all, he's a capable man of mine. It is impossible to betray my possibility like this. Now Fury is also very suspicious in his heart, and he specially offered him to this person. After all, he has been with him for many years. Anything is worthy of Fury's trust. Fury, who can't betray him easily, will never believe that Butter is such a person. So Fury felt that Barton could not have done such a thing against his conscience. After all, they had been together for many years. Although it is a subordinate relationship, Agent Patton has always been loyal to him, and it is absolutely impossible to betray him like this. He also thinks that Patton will never be such a distrustful person.
Maybe Agent Patton still managed to escape from here, and it was impossible to leave here easily.
He will never believe this matter easily, and what Uchiha Madara said must be verified carefully. It is impossible to frame Agent Patton like this. After all, Agent Patton has been by his side for many years, and he still knows Fury very well, and he feels that it is impossible for him to do such a thing. Although he has never seen Agent Patton, it is impossible for him to do such an outrageous thing easily.
Because the plan between them was really thorough before, and no one leaked it out, but I don't know what went wrong in this matter.
At the same time, it has also implicated him to the point that he has no way to escape from here, so this time he can't blame Agent Patton more. After all, he is also the most worthy of his trust. Although there are sometimes many conflicts between them, these are trivial things for them, and they have never been so troublesome. Now that Fury heard Uchiha Madara speak ill of Agent Patton like this, he was really uncomfortable, and felt that he was really a little hostile towards Agent Patton when he spoke to him. You don't have any evidence, don't say that I am a subordinate in front of me, otherwise I will be very angry, and I will definitely be rude to you. You are indiscriminate here to say that others are who. Do you think this is right? 35. Advertisement 0. For flowers. Don't you have any doubts about Agent Patton at all? He hasn't seen him now, and he doesn't know where he has escaped, so why hasn't he stayed by your side? As for him, you don't have a clue now. Don't you find it strange?
Hearing Uchiha Madara say this, Fury also wondered how could this matter be like this. Agent Patton has always been by his side, why haven't he been seen for so long?
I really don't know where he went. How could he just leave himself here? This is definitely not what he did. Now Fury doesn't know where Agent Patton is, but if he is there, he will definitely have a little confidence in his heart. After all, he is really very capable, and he has been under his subordinates for so long. He has a lot of ideas, and he will definitely think of a good way to take him away from here.
He was really frightened and fainted, otherwise he had never paid attention to the fact that Agent Patton was always sitting there alone without anyone taking care of him. After all, Agent Patton is his right-hand man. How can he be left alone here? This is definitely not what Agent Patton does. This made Uchiha Madara feel really suspicious, otherwise he wouldn't have suspected it on Agent Patton's head.
Now Uchiha Madara can't really trust anyone anymore, he told Fury. Don't you think that Agent Patton is really very suspicious now? Why does this matter appear, and he can't see the figure? Have you never doubted this person at all? Agent Patton is the most worthy of my trust, and he would not betray me like this. In any case, there is no evidence now, so don't put this matter on his head. You say that to him. I really is very angry, you have no reason to frame him like this. Now Uchiha Madara feels that Agent Patton is really a very doubtful person. Why does Fury still protect him like this? Does he still have such trust in Agent Patton? B. Chapter 383 Difficult to deal with, for automatic subscription. Advertisement Chapter 383 At this time, Uchiha Madara saw that Fury's attitude was a bit too much. Why he has always been in a calm state for the current situation. Did he really leave a way out for himself? Otherwise, he wouldn't be as calm as he is today. All things are not within the scope of Uchiha Madara's expectations, otherwise he will not feel that this matter is really very difficult, and it is also a kind of crisis for him. Although his hero's academy was excellent in every aspect, it was the first time for him to experience such a thing, and he really didn't have any experience. Now is the biggest test for him. No matter what, he must have an explanation for his superiors, and he will never lose his face. I really don't know where this Agent Patton went, how come he has never been seen? After all, he is very professional in mechanical matters. If he can help, he may be able to repair the aircraft carrier system quickly. Now it's really a bit too difficult for Tony alone. After all, his business is really very unskilled. Compared with Agent Patton, the difference is really too big. What just happened was really embarrassing for Tony. After all, Tony was really unskilled in this kind of business. Now Uchiha Madara feels that he is a bit of a strong man and should not let Tony take on everything, but Tony really has no opinion on what he does. He has always obeyed his orders. It seems that Agent Patton's whereabouts must be clear to Fury, otherwise he would not be able to sit here and watch, and said to him. Advertisement, don't you really want to solve the difficulty in front of you now? You quickly help me find Agent Patton and help Tony to repair the aircraft carrier system, otherwise all of us are really hanging by a thread. What I said, have you listened? Don't put garlic in there for me. I've been looking for him, but I haven't seen him, and I don't know where he went. Could this have something to do with him? It's impossible, after all, he's a capable man of mine. It is impossible to betray my possibility like this. Now Fury is also very suspicious in his heart, and he specially offered him to this person. After all, he has been with him for many years. Anything is worthy of Fury's trust. Fury, who can't betray him easily, will never believe that Butter is such a person. So Fury felt that Barton could not have done such a thing against his conscience. After all, they had been together for many years. Although it is a subordinate relationship, Agent Patton has always been loyal to him, and it is absolutely impossible to betray him like this. He also thinks that Patton will never be such a distrustful person. Maybe Agent Patton still managed to escape from here, and it was impossible to leave here easily. He will never believe this matter easily, and what Uchiha Madara said must be verified carefully. It is impossible to frame Agent Patton like this. After all, Agent Patton has been by his side for many years, and he still knows Fury very well, and he feels that it is impossible for him to do such a thing. Although he has never seen Agent Patton, it is impossible for him to do such an outrageous thing easily. Because the plan between them was really thorough before, and no one leaked it out, but I don't know what went wrong in this matter. At the same time, it has also implicated him to the point that he has no way to escape from here, so this time he can't blame Agent Patton more. After all, he is also the most worthy of his trust. Although there are sometimes many conflicts between them, these are trivial things for them, and they have never been so troublesome. Now that Fury heard Uchiha Madara speak ill of Agent Patton like this, he was really uncomfortable, and felt that he was really a little hostile towards Agent Patton when he spoke to him. You don't have any evidence, don't say that I am a subordinate in front of me, otherwise I will be very angry, and I will definitely be rude to you. You are indiscriminate here to say that others are who. Do you think this is right? 35. Advertisement 0. For flowers. Don't you have any doubts about Agent Patton at all? He hasn't seen him now, and he doesn't know where he has escaped, so why hasn't he stayed by your side? As for him, you don't have a clue now, don't you find it strange? Hearing Uchiha Madara say this, Fury also wondered how could this matter be like this? Agent Patton has always been by his side, why haven't he been seen for so long?
I really don't know where he went, how could he just leave himself here? This is definitely not what he did.
Now Fury doesn't know where Agent Patton is, but if he is there, he will definitely have a little confidence in his heart. After all, Agent Patton is his right-hand man. How can he be left alone here? This is definitely not what Agent Patton does.
Now Uchiha Madara feels that Agent Patton is really a very doubtful person. Why does Fury still protect him like this? Does he still have such trust in Agent Patton? B. Agent Patton is the most worthy of my trust, and he would not betray me like this. In any case, there is no evidence now, so don't put this matter on his head. You say that to him, I really is very angry, you have no reason to frame him like this.
Don't you think that Agent Patton is really very suspicious now? Why does this matter appear, and he can't see the figure? Have you never doubted this person at all?
This made Uchiha Madara feel really suspicious, otherwise he wouldn't have suspected it on Agent Patton's head.
After all, he is really very capable, and he has been under his subordinates for so long. He has a lot of ideas, and he will definitely think of a good way to take him away from here.
He was really frightened and fainted, otherwise he had never paid attention to the fact that Agent Patton was always sitting there alone without anyone taking care of him.
Oh now Uchiha Madara can't really trust anyone anymore, he told Fury.
Chapter 384. In a desperate situation for automatic subscription.
Advertisement Chapter 384. At this moment, Uchiha Madara was really conflicted in his heart, and he couldn't figure out what went wrong in this matter. Now he is really in a desperate situation, and he doesn't know if he can get out of this difficulty. Now he really doesn't know what the outcome of his future will be, and now he doesn't know if he can survive the difficulties in front of him. But he would never let those who were scheming against him see jokes, even though he and Fury had a deep feud.
But he didn't want to entangle with Fury because of this matter. After all, he had already ended up like this.
Seeing his situation, Uchiha Madara is really a little unbearable, so he may have a little sympathy for his current situation. Tony thinks that Uchiha Madara is really 600, who is a little too tolerant to Fury's people, and there is no need to be so polite to him. If he hadn't calculated from it, Uchiha Madara wouldn't have gotten to where he is today. Now these things are still ultimately caused by Fury, but now Uchiha Madara doesn't want to hold Fury responsible, and Tony is still there and has nothing to say about it. Now Uchiha Madara sees Fury like this, and really can't bear to entangle with him. After all, he was in such a miserable situation today because of this incident. Now Uchiha Madara sees this scene and knows very well that this incident is not entirely his responsibility. After all, the Hulk is in the middle. I really don't know what kind of conspiracy there is between them, otherwise Fury wouldn't be able to suddenly become what he is today. It seems that he was really tricked by the Hulk. I really didn't expect him to end up like this, and let Uchiha Madara take care of him a little bit. Advertisement. Now Uchiha Madara doesn't have a trustworthy person around Fury at all. After all, this Patton agent doesn't know where he went. But he has never been seen. Is he also related to this matter? Now Uchiha Madara really can't figure out who is trustworthy, but Tony has been with him for so many years. In any case, Tony has never done anything against him, at least to make Uchiha Madara a trustworthy person. Otherwise, there's really no trustworthy person around him, he said to Tony. It's really hard to make a sincere person now, and now I really don't know who will betray you, otherwise I wouldn't be in this situation. Now it's really a little bit for such a person. The investigation is not clear, and now I will not easily trust anyone around me. I know, because this incident has really hurt you very badly, and there is really no way to explain it to your superiors. This time is really a big mistake for you, but he is a blow to you. It's very big. I don't know if I can get through this difficult time. This Uchiha Madara knew very well that the task given to him was really no small matter, otherwise it would not have been possible for him to do it, and he felt that he was a person worthy of trust. That's why he entrusted such an arduous task to his hands, and now that he has made him like this, he really has no face to face his superiors. Now Uchiha Madara is really helpless in his heart, but he has no way to talk to anyone, he can only swallow his teeth. Tony saw all these things in his eyes, and felt that Uchiha Madara was really a bit too easy. For this task, he spent a lot of effort. I didn't expect that it would be so out of control today that Uchiha Madara really had no way to explain it. I can feel that Uchiha Madara is really sad this time. He has an indescribable feeling in his heart, which makes Tony really sympathize with him. If it wasn't for Fury from the Shingen Bureau, he wouldn't have ended up like this today. It seems that this time everything is to be blamed on Fury, although he has fallen into the situation today. Advertisement. It is not necessary for Uchiha Madara to sympathize with him. After all, he caused this matter with his own hands, so he should be allowed to try what it is like, and let him dare to frame others again in the future. Now Uchiha Madara thinks that Agent Patton is also very strange. Why didn't he see a figure when something happened? So now Uchiha Madara will be suspicious of anyone around him, and now he feels that anyone will be unreliable, so he will not easily believe the zero of anyone around Fury. After all, these people are really too insidious and cunning Uchiha Madara, and he had to beware and said to Tony. You look for it and see if you can find Agent Patton and let him repair the aircraft carrier with you. Otherwise, you don't know when it will be done by one person's ability. After all, he is really serious about mechanical matters. He is very professional. With his help, it will be repaired faster. Did you forget that he is someone by Fury's side, and he might help us solve this matter? You really overestimate him a little bit. After the incident, you never saw him. I don't know if he was hiding. Wherever he goes, he will always be by Fury's side. At this moment, Tony thought Uchiha Madara, how could Agent Patton do this? If it weren't for him, the aircraft carrier wouldn't have been so shabby for a few days. Is it possible that Uchiha Madara can trust him again? How can Uchiha Madara say such a thing? It really makes Tony really incomprehensible. I feel that Uchiha Madara is sometimes too easy to believe what anyone says. For the people of S.H.I.E.L.D., there is no need for Tony to prove their 1.1 now, he said to Uchiha Madara. For despicable villains like them, you still have so much hope for them. It's really good that the scars are healed and the pain is forgotten. Don't you forget how they framed us before, and now you still let them go at the most critical time. I don't have so much time to find him. Our business is really very difficult now, but we still have to try this matter as much as possible. Maybe this Agent Patton can help us solve this matter, and he must have done it himself when he destroyed it. Will definitely be repaired. Tony really doesn't understand at this moment. Uchiha Madara's brain is broken. How can he think like this? People like them, Tony feels that there is really no need to believe them. People like them don't really think about the consequences when they do things. Chapter 385 Advertisement Chapter 385 Regarding the matter of Agent Patton, Uchiha Madara just wanted to give it a try, otherwise he really didn't know how to deal with the current situation.
Now he feels that this matter is really very tricky.
If they don't get help from Agent Patton as soon as possible, they will definitely fall into the sea with the aircraft carrier. Now is not the time to care about Agent Patton. It seems that Tony is still angry about the matter of Agent Patton. Does Tony really not know what time it is? There is really no need to compete like this. If Agent Patton can take the initiative to help them, they can get through this difficult time, and now Uchiha Madara feels that time is running out. If you continue to waste like this, you don't know if you can escape this catastrophe from here. I really didn't expect Tony to hold such vengeance, and he hasn't forgotten what Agent Patton did to him. People like Tony still have to persuade him well, otherwise he will definitely not accept Agent Patton to help him. After all, he had destroyed this matter before, and if he was asked to repair it, he would definitely have a solution. At least he is very good at mechanical things, which Uchiha Madara really can't question. Sometimes Uchiha Madara thinks that he should put his face aside and shouldn't be serious with them because of the matter in front of him. Although Tony didn't understand his thoughts at all, he didn't have any more time to explain it all. At the most critical time now, everyone must leave this aircraft carrier as soon as possible, otherwise everyone's lives will definitely be in danger. I really don't know what Fury is thinking at this time, as if this matter has nothing to do with him at all. Doesn't he care about his own life? Tell him. Advertisement, what are you still pondering over there? Are you not afraid of this matter at all? You think we really have no choice at all now, so you just want to give up easily? You really didn't think that there is something on your side? Is it too cowardly to retreat from the slightest difficulty? Now all of us are really hanging by a thread, because all the signals on this aircraft carrier have been cut off, and there is no connection with it at all. No one really found out that we were killed here, and now our lives are really at stake. At this moment, Uchiha Madara felt that Fury was too timid, and when he encountered this little thing, he was afraid of being like this. It seems that he really cares too much about his own psychological comfort, otherwise he would not have made himself what he is today. What other big things could a person like him do? Now Uchiha Madara really despises him a bit. Where did his ability go before? Sitting here silently at this moment makes Uchiha Madara feel that he is really a bit lonely. I didn't expect him to be so sluggish when he encounters a little bit of little things. He really can't be a great person. Although I really disapproved of Fury's appropriate way before, I didn't expect that he could harm himself into what he is today. Now Uchiha Madara doesn't have to worry about him so much, and he is also in danger. Now Uchiha Madara feels that the Hulk and Agent Patton suddenly disappeared, which makes Uchiha Madara feel that this matter is really strange. How could they both disappear at the same time? There must be an unspeakable secret about this matter, otherwise they would not be able to disappear like this. I really don't know if these two are a gang, and I don't know what kind of conspiracy and tricks they are doing behind their backs, otherwise, the aircraft carrier would not have become what it is today. Now I really don't know who is behind the calculations, no one can trust it. In fact, Uchiha Madara is also very desperate. Now the signal on the entire aircraft carrier has been interrupted, and there is no way to contact the superior to rescue them. Advertisement now he doesn't know if he can get out of here luckily or not. Now Uchiha Madara can only do everything he can to help everyone get out of this danger. All the things are not in Uchiha Madara's expectation. This kind of sudden situation is really very economical for Uchiha Madara, said to Tony. Before we set off, we did this very carefully. I really don't know which link has gone wrong. Otherwise, it would not have caused the consequences of today. Facing such a thing, I really have no way to face my superiors. I am really disappointed now. 99. Now that this kind of thing happens, I really understand your current mood very well, but now we have to find a way to get through this difficulty, otherwise we are really in danger. Do you just give up the difficulty so easily? Knowing that 600 Tony has done his best because of this matter, he can't blame him for this matter. Although they have never encountered such an economic situation, this time, Uchiha Madara is really stumped. Is this a test from God? You still help me find Agent Patton quickly. At least he is quite good at these aspects. If he is there may be a glimmer of hope for all of us. Now is the most critical time. There is no need to go to those people. Comparable. After all, Tony's ability is limited, and Uchiha Madara is very clear in his heart that it is impossible to impose this matter on him, which is really unfair to him. But now, I really don't know how to deal with this situation. Everyone really has no choice at all. After all, no one can figure out the system of this aircraft carrier. Because Tony thinks that Uchiha Madara is really a person who doesn't give up easily, and he will never give up in the face of such a situation. But he didn't want Tony to see his inner thoughts, so he could only bite the bullet and go forward and said to Tony. I really didn't think that Uchiha Madara was really too tolerant to fury. I know your thoughts very well in my heart, don't worry, I will definitely find Agent Patton. At least he is really very experienced in this aspect, otherwise we really have nothing to do to solve this difficulty at the moment. I really didn't expect that Fury was sitting there as if he had been watching jokes. Is he really not worried about this matter at all? He didn't expect this test to be really too difficult for him. In fact, Uchiha Madara is really very depressed.